Hi everybody, welcome back to this game. Welcome back to Myth Heist. Before we begin tonight's game, does anyone want to say anything?
Oh, you're
Anything.
mean to me every time.
I joined Barely in the Candle Club.
Yep, that's our
I love
new...
that you framed it.
Yeah.
I can't have
Yeah.
candles in my apartment.
You can't?
Is that
I
a-
say can't. It doesn't stop CJ. I just don't
Good.
own candles.
That's good. That's
I was
correct.
gonna say, was that a landlord thing, or was that just a Noah thing?
No, it's a policy thing, but it doesn't stop anybody.
Hell yeah, CJ,
Why
let's
would it?
go.
Woo!
Anyway,
Make the
It's gonna
inside
be
smell like
nothing to
pine.
nobody.
Well, if no one has anything else to say, I have to say one thing. Noah,
God, what did I do now?
your beard is looking scrumptious right now, dude.
Don't eat it.
It looks great. Looks delectable right now.
you immediately go, "Don't eat it."
Oh, beautiful.
Not
Yep.
the incidental music.
That's how I feel when I see you.
Oh, that's what today is
It's
gonna
beautiful.
be. Amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a subversion of
Oh,
expectations. Also, you suck. Okay, so but last
Okay.
last time on Myth Heist,
minutes that time.
I can't even give a proper last time on Myth Heist because half of it is secret. So basically, you guys ran past a fire giant and split into two groups, and one of the groups did one thing, and the other group came here, and you found this room, and in this room there's a giant snake. That's all I can say about it, really.
Now we get to vibe.
Yep, now you get to vibe. So, Grace and Cryo, you can, I guess, mute. You can hear this. It's not an issue. Yeah. We are going to jump in with just the three of these guys. Well, technically four. Because we find ourselves with Jump, Akan, Ulfgar, and Jareth Califra. In a boat. In the ocean. In the middle of a storm. And that serpent, that snake, is risen up above you. It stands about 20 feet high. The head just kind of like coming to a crest and then pointing down to look at you. This like, you see it has these like bright yellow orangish eyes that are slitted, and every time it blinks, like it goes sideways and then down and then opens upwards and then goes sideways again. And one of them is a little bit hazed over. The left eye is a little bit milky. It still retains that color, but it's just slightly dulled. That giant, like, red fin protruding from the top of the head down all the way to the back of the spine. It is staring down at you. And aside from the occasional flashes of light, you all have dark vision, so you can see it. It's within 60 feet of you. But it doesn't, like, there is no light in this room except for when that lightning hits.
Oh no, dog.
What do you guys do?
Well, it said hello, right?
It sure did say hello. It said hello as if almost like it was
Oh my god.
recognizing you, that you are here, you know.
Hang on. I'm turning up the noise suppression.
Your dog is really not happy with the sea serpent either, apparently.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. Yeah, well, Akan is probably just like tapping on Ulfgar's shoulder. Like, messaging him. I think this one's on you, buddy.
Yeah, and I imagine Ulfgar is maybe not as composed as you normally see him, you know, but very focused, staring down the sea serpent, maybe shaking, whether it's adrenaline or being terrified, maybe a little unsure, maybe both. Did that sea serpent just say hello?
Yo!
You see, it's in your range of field, so you see it kind of grin a little bit, and it kind of lowers down, almost to your level, before dipping into the water, about 50 feet away from you. As it does so, the head goes under, and there's this arch of like this reflecting, wet, like grey silver, scaly body that just kind of, it's moving, but it's maintaining that perfect arc in the water. There's a moment of quiet before you all see the water begin to break to your left. And it resurfaces, or at least the head resurfaces, right about here. Right next to you. As it kind of like lifts up at a diagonal and begins to coil around the side of the boat. You hear it say, "It did."
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Jump.
I'm going to look at Jump, double take. A con? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's...
Playing nice.
You guys introduce yourselves, and then you see the giant yellow eyeball, which is about like that big from where you guys are standing. Like it's almost the size of your heads. Kind of flits to Ulfgar, and it says, "So you must be the tide breaker." And it goes over the boat and down into the water again. And then it comes up again on the other side. But the body is like maintaining where its head used to be.
Ulfgar, do you know this creature? This...
I would assume not, but
No, you don't recognize it specifically.
I'm unfamiliar. This is not the one that attacked my boat.
What are you guys doing?
Don't.
Why are you speaking to us? The last serpent I saw attacked us without warning. Give me one reason I shouldn't knock out that other eye.
Roll an intimidation check.
I would love to. Mm-mm-mm. 21.
21. Yeah, you see the head kind of like shift towards you. The body doesn't move, but the head just kind of like rotates. And it never looks at you head on. It's always kind of at an angle to the point where it's facing the water. But the eyes, although like mostly forward on its head, do kind of like move to shift to your direction. It says, Now, there's no need for hostilities. I was told you would come here. I apologize for any of the serpents that might have done you harm in the past, but I'm not like that. I believe you can help me.
Help you how?
Well, the answer is simple. I want to escape. And it goes over the boat again and disappears into the water, and then you see it go under the boat and resurface back on the other side. So essentially now you've got 3 points of where the snake is. It goes over the boat at the back, over the boat at the front, and is now coming up on the other side in between to the point where it's almost wrapped around your boat. I'll put them right there.
Who told you that I would be here?
I don't really know. I just hear the whispers. They told me of you.
And why should we let you out?
Because I'll help you through. Unless you have other means. And he kind of like lowers the head and looks towards Califera, who is sitting like by the mast of this boat, just kind of like looking up at it, retreating into himself a little bit. He doesn't say anything.
How do we know that you wouldn't just turn on us?
Look, I understand your hesitation. It's perfectly valid, but I've been stuck in here for... time's hard to tell. I would wager centuries that I've been waltzing around this same pool. It's nice. I have a hoard of gold and treasures, but it's lonely. And I desire something more free. I've been told I need to head north.
Ulfgar is going to turn to Akan. Every single bone in my body wants to smash this thing's skull. But I know that there's a greater mission.
Akan is going to turn to the serpent. How did you get stuck here in the first place?
I was captured by... what's his name? Alistair. Yes, Alistair Krem. This was some time ago. He used to be a sailor, you know.
Did he? Well, this place is now run by his... Is it his grandson now?
Oh,
In dwarven
good.
years, that's
The
a long
bloodline
time.
pursues. Good, great. I like that. Honestly, the Krems are no problem of mine. I won't be returning to this city once I leave. Ulfgar, you feel Califra kind of like nudge you and look up, and he like very quietly says, "You can't be considering this, right? If you let him out, he'll destroy the whole city." At which point, and he's saying it quietly, at which point you see the serpent snap its head towards Califra. Now it's facing him head on, and the body of it begins to tighten around the boat a little bit. It's not constricting it, but it's definitely closing the space.
Hey now.
It says, "Quiet, Califra. Far more interesting people than you are talking." And Califra shuts up.
What would we need to do?
Yeah.
That is very simple. You only need to trust me. I will ferry you, and looks dead at you, Ulfgar, to each one of these pillars, and you will use that shiny new pick of yours to crumble them. The room will cave in, and I will climb.
But the room will cave in on us.
I will give you the name. You will be able to leave the door. I'll even
The door.
dispose of this one if you like. And he looks like directly at Califra. I am a little hungry.
That won't be necessary.
Whatever you desire.
How the door won't matter if the rest of this building is crumbled on top of us. How would we get out?
Well, you're more than welcome to leave through the hole that you make. Otherwise, I believe that you could go through the other door. And he kind of looks down, straight through the water to the floor. The oaf in the other room. The false serpent. It's far more predictable than I am. It's a greedy creature. It'll stay. And as long as you have what this one knows it needs, you should be fine.
Can you give my allies and I a moment to talk privately?
Roll a persuasion check.
Not great. That is a 15.
There's no need for this to be a group discussion between you lot. I like to think I'm part of the family now. Then you hear Califra kind of begin to speak up, and it, like, physically snaps at him, like the teeth crunch in front of him, and it says, "If you open your mouth one more time, I will make sure it doesn't open again."
Hey,
Oh, don't tell me you're not annoyed of him as well.
I just want to get through this with as little fuss as possible.
Fine.
If we take your deal, will we be able to get to the vault?
I don't see why not. All you have to do is go forward, no?
Will you
Where
allow
will you
us
go?
passage forward while you and Ulfgar go and
Tear things up.
Yes, of course. I don't know why I wouldn't.
Ulfgar, do you believe him? Is he just gonna leave the city and go north? Or is he gonna wreck the whole place like Belifra says? What do you know? What will you do? Turns up at the serpent.
Roll a persuasion check. You're trying to pry deeper than it's been revealing so far.
19.
What's a good die for this? This one's a good die. Shit, dude. I think I'll keep that quite secret for now.
There's more to this than I can tell them. But I'm not looking forward to being Chow. And I don't think any of us is.
I'll do it.
Let's live to fight another day.
Very good. Then I shall take you to read the name. It's a little difficult. How long can you hold your breath?
That's a good question.
Does it have to be him? As long as I'm awake, I can hold my breath as long as I need to.
Then you're welcome to tag along.
Why do I have to read it?
Because you and I are the ones helping each other.
Sounds like a bunch of hogwash, but fine.
Very good. Whenever you're ready, jump in. And it goes over the boat again and into the water. And you watch as, one by one, those 3 loops of its body just disappear
How
under
does
Um,
it have to?
I know people
How
do
does it
this
have to
differently,
be?
but how are you ruling, like, swimming? Am I just gonna sink if I wear armor, or?
It will be a athletics check to see how well you can swim.
Okay. Then Ulfgar just tightens his knot a little bit more, and then jumps in.
Yeah, Akani following.
Yeah, Akan's gonna turn to jump. You gonna be fine up here?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna jump in with us?
And leave poor Califra on the boat all by himself? He'll probably just roll back to the entrance.
Somebody's got to keep an eye on him. Plus, we don't know what's ahead.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna
Oh.
stick with Ulfgar for this one. So, see you later, jump.
Yep.
And Akan is going to take a deep breath and jump in.
Okay. You both jump in. Ulfgar, you hit the water first, and the thing that strikes you the most is just how cold this is. This is frigid. And being in here for longer than 1 or 2 minutes is probably going to exhaust you. Your immediate instinct is to fight it, is to rise back up to the surface. And you almost feel that urge overcome you, but then you look down and you can see the water gets darker as it goes out. And all you see looking down is the head of this snake, those bright yellow eyes beaming towards you above this like sharpened, toothy grin, and the body, which is impossibly long, just disappears into the darkness underneath. And it's impossible to tell how low beneath you it is, but it's just staring and watching and enjoying the fact that you're doing this.
Equa, can I do a quick thing?
Sure can.
Can I kind of think back to that entire conversation and like what the serpent promised and stuff like that? Can I roll insight on it to see
Sure.
if I can gauge how?
Yeah, absolutely.
18 plus 1 for a 19.
So it's definitely holding back information. You aren't entirely sure of motive. Motive is the one thing that it's really leaving out. It wants to escape, but you're not sure for what purpose. As far as talking to creatures with forked tongues, generally they're not the most trustworthy creatures, especially sea serpents, which are technically dragons. Like, they fill the dragon class. It's normally not a good idea to trust them. This one seems surprisingly earnest. And again, there could be complications to this that you're not foreseeing, but surprisingly, it seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. Yeah, then I will kind of just nudge Califra and go, trust me, I think we should just get to whatever door there is, and whatever happens, happens, as long as we can get out, right?
We could leave them here. I know the way out. I know the code. I can't say it, but I can put it in.
Then save that information for when they get back. I don't leave behind my crew.
You're gonna let this thing walk out of the city. It's gonna kill hundreds. I guess it's not a problem when you incite riots outside the building, right? But if you have any value for life, you wouldn't be doing this.
Out of my hands, I'm not part of the negotiation. I speak up, I get eaten just like you were gonna.
You could persuade him.
Not a talker.
Then I hope you're prepared to live as a coward.
come on, bro.
Akan, you jump in and you also see the eyes track you for a second before returning to Ulfgar. The body doesn't recoil in any way, but you see like the back end of it kind of shift upwards slightly and tense. Almost like a cobra ready to strike, and then it darts straight towards you, Ulfgar. It comes straight towards you, and then right at the last second, it turns to the point where you are now within reaching distance of like the back of its neck.
I'm gonna grapple it then.
Yeah. You go ahead and
Am I
lash on.
also in range to grab it?
Since you guys jumped off at the same time, yeah, you are.
Yep.
That's a 9, nat 1.
I got a 15.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Oh!
23.
23, yeah, you guys both grab on, and you hear it say, "I'll go slow," before it just begins carting off through the water. It knows exactly where it's going down. And you guys travel for maybe 15 seconds. It's not a great deal of time, and you really get a sense for how small this enclosure is for such a big creature, before eventually you come down to the base floor, which is level. This isn't like, it's not replicating an environment. This is basically a pool. You go all the way down, and on the bottom of this floor, of this like worked stone floor, there is a ship, like a larger ship that is cracked in the middle, and just rests on the bottom of the floor. It is surrounded in gold, and you catch it in the low light. Your dark vision still functions. You catch just how much gold this is. It's thousands of gold, tens of thousands of gold. It's a shit ton of gold. And he continues swimming towards that ship. He comes to rest just on the outside, and it's like a full-size ship. Before he says, "Hold on tightly," and his head goes into the ship, round. You see it go over wooden floors and then down through a staircase that's probably 15, 20 feet wide. And as he turns and coils round, you see him come to rest and look at the wall. And on the wall, carved or scratched into it, are the letters OSOUR. It says, "Are you ready?"
I'm gonna take a quick glance around the room. Is there anything else
Roll a perception check.
that I should possibly be looking for, something to help us out? That is a 12.
It's a crap ton of loot here. You see various trinkets and bits and bobs. The closest one to you is a small, like, vial about that big, and you can't make out the color of it. But you do see on the front of it this little heart shape. It's got like a stopper in the top.
Is it like close enough for me to just snag?
Yeah.
Let's snag it then.
Roll a sleight of hand.
12.
12. Yeah, without turning around, you hear the voice say, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
Boom, 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 boom. I'm swimming. I can't say anything.
Do you release it or do you keep it?
I'm going
keep
to the
it.
message. I'm gonna message Ulfgar and say, "What the hell are you doing?"
I don't know.
I'm gonna message the serpent and say, "He has no idea what he's doing."
Yeah, you feel it turn around again, and it's not really taking well the fact that you're pilfering its stuff. It says, "You know, I could just leave you here. Drowning is a bad way to go. Slow, cold, dark. Is that what you want?"
Is he speaking to me or to Akan?
To you?
Oh, yeah, I'll drop the potion, kind of like about to put it in his bag and just.
Yeah, you drop it and it kind of just like floats for a second before sinking, and then you feel the snake relax a little bit and says, "I'm sorry. I don't mean to be defensive. It's just that is mine." And he slithers through the ship again to the point where it comes out. And you guys rise up to the surface slowly. When you breach, you're still soaking wet and the rain is hitting your skin and your armor. Still freezing, but you can breathe. That's definitely something. And Jump, you watch as they surface, and Akan and Ulfgar are just hanging on the back of this thing.
Glad you're not dead.
Just a little wet.
Bro.
Yeah, it says, "Very good." And it swims over to the side of the boat for Akan to get off.
Am I not invited to the next part?
It depends. Do you want to risk being killed by fallen rubble?
Akan is going to wordlessly get off the serpent and onto the boat.
Excellent. And it swims forward and then there's a wide arc around. It's kind of cool for you, Ulfgar. You are riding this gargantuan creature. This is a titan, almost. Like, this is a kaiju. This is like riding Godzilla. And you are just breezing through the water. Like, kind of sick. The circumstances are not great, but you can't help but feel yourself be kind of lifted a little bit. It has this wide arc around and then heads towards the boat. And so the two of you watch as it gets kind of low and you just see the eyes popping up in that red fin through the water, and it's coming straight for you. Like probably 80 feet around. What do you do?
Are we still rowing forward
Yeah, you're still rowing
at this
forward.
time?
So it's going straight for the boat.
It's going straight for the boat, yep.
How?
Gonna
How
have the
fast can
shadow
the boat go?
prep just to jump, just in case.
I'm gonna pull out its fin.
Okay.
I'm going to prepare to levitate if it looks like it's actually going to hit the boat.
Roll a persuasion check, Ulfgar.
Mm. 13.
Yeah. It goes straight forwards for the boat, and it's going to hit the boat. Akan, it's going to hit the boat.
Would it be possible for me to try to grab Jorah
Sure, yeah. Roll
as I do?
strength check.
Okay. 15.
15. Yeah, you grab Joroth. He's got you. He's like rowing as quick as he can away from this thing. You grab him and you're
Yeah.
casting levitate on you both?
Yep. Well, on myself, and hoping that I can hold him with a 15.
Yeah, so you cast levitate and I assume you jump a little bit as it goes to hit the boat.
Yeah.
You jump, and it hits the boat, and you feel... you watch jump as the snout hits the boat and then begins pushing. And it pushes you forwards. And Akan is now levitating there as the boat goes through the water towards the platform at the end of the room.
Oh. Shit.
Yeah, it pushes the boat forwards and then kind of looks up and turns and he says, I bet you feel stupid now. And goes and starts going towards you again.
I'm just gonna hold the levitation. Yeah. Please nudge me forward as gently as you nudge the boat. Thanks. I'm sorry. And I'm looking at Jorith like...
Yeah, Jorith, by the
what
way...
would you have done?
Jorith is, like, grabbing onto you really, really tightly. His leg is just, like, dangling there. His one leg is still broken. He's like, if you fucking drop me, I will die. I shit you not. Like, he's gonna fucking kill me. Do not drop me.
I'm not gonna drop you.
Just,
Jump just played the dumbest game of chicken he could have played.
Just, do me a favor, Akan. Roll another strength check for me. This could be athletics if you want. It's whatever's better for you.
Roll for embarrassment.
Because you grabbed him, and then you jumped, and now you're holding him there. 12. He's slipping. Your hands are wet amongst the rain, and he's not able to grab on. He's got no movement in his bottom of his right leg at all.
Inspiration. Gonna roll again.
Okay, yeah. Roll again.
17.
That is better. You managed to just about grab his sleeve, and you look in his eyes, he's fucking terrified. Like, this is certain death for him. Like, it's not gonna listen. If he's in the water, he's fair game. You watch as it crests forward towards you, and then Ulfgar, you feel it kind of like rise up a little bit, and then tilt down, so you have time to like really grip on again. And it... and all you see is like murky black, blue, and bubbles. And then it crests again and turns, and now it's going straight for Akan and Califra. Oh man, it's a dangling target. He could very easily snag Califra out from under you right now. I'm gonna roll for it. You guys have been good to him. We're gonna do it if he rolls an 8 or above, he's gonna help. If he rolls below an 8, so 7 or to 1, he's gonna eat Califra. That's what he's gonna do. Oh boy. He's coming up. Are you doing anything, Akan?
Okay, how far is everybody from everything?
Jump
now,
is like
roughly?
80 feet away. He's on the boat towards the platform.
Okay.
Ulfgar is on the back of this thing's neck, which is probably 10, 15 feet long. And it's approaching from 30 feet away. It's a big fucking creature. The lips are pursing as he comes towards you.
Is there going to be a way for me to like gauge exactly what he's doing as he's approaching?
You
like, if
can
he's trying
roll
to help
insight
him?
if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll insight. No, 5.
5. You have no idea. This thing is unpredictable. You've never encountered one of these things before. You don't know what it wants.
That's fair. Okay, because I'm just gonna tell everyone what I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of preparing Featherfall as a reaction for Califra.
Well, the good news
But
is you don't
since I
have to prepare it. You can just do it.
Well, yeah, it's a reaction, right? But like.
Yeah, but
like,
then he
if
goes
I
in the
don't
water and he's
know-
dead anyway.
It buys time. So, but because I don't know what he's doing, I'm just gonna say that I'm just hoping and praying.
I was say, hey man, I played my game of chicken and it worked out for me.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you just hold out right there and wait for it. He's coming up quick, and as he comes up to impact you, he kind of slows and stops, and you are standing next to this giant head, and he's waiting for you to grab on.
I'm sorry, I should have trusted you. And I just motion for Califra to grab on, as I'm still holding on to him, and I grab on with my...
Yeah, he's very hesitantly does so. You can hear, you got a high perception. He kind of goes before jumping back down, and he keeps you guys above water, although I'm very tempted not to. And he snakes you over to the edge of the platform.
Yep.
Yeah. You know the name, so you can type it in as well to the like. There's a standing, basically like panel that has a number of like rolling rings on it, and you go ahead and investigate it. And as you move the rings on those 5 indentations on that semicircle wall, whenever you move them, like letters of the alphabet go ding 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 ding, ding until it stops and they land on one.
Yeah. OSOUR.
Yep.
Oh, sour.
Yep. As you all climb off, he says, "Count yourself lucky. Most people wouldn't have done that for you. Hostage." And then it disappears. Califra just kind of like, okay. Lies back on the soaking wet rocks that are there.
I'm gonna like take a breath and just do like that double cheek pat.
Yep.
Lucky for you, I'm no hardened criminal. I'm just a con artist. And I'm gonna go.
I am.
I'm gonna go take care of the contraption.
Okay, yeah. You put in the name, and as you do so, the letters glow blue for a second, and then they settle in. Ulfgar, it takes you round through the water in like a lap first, and then it says, "Well, direct me to the first pillar."
So the platform is to the north here, right?
Yep, it's to the north.
Then we will start with the southwest.
Awesome, yeah. So you actually managed to grab onto the fin and you twist it, and he goes. You are kind of in this mutual relationship right now with this snake, and you are dictating where it goes, and it is in control of the throttle. It's strange that you have this this synergetic connection right now, but it does so. And as you swing it round, it gives you a little bit of like leeway, to the point where you kind of can give it a wide arc instead of going directly to it if you choose to. Nevertheless, you arrive at the pillar. And the pillar goes from the ceiling, which is about 60 feet high from the surface of the water. And it goes way down below that to the floor.
So you just need me to break these pillars?
Yes.
What do you plan to do when you get out of here?
Roll a persuasion check.
Net 20 for 26.
Ooh. You motherfucker. It kind of looks back to the group and then looks back to the pillar. It kind of rests its head against the pillar for you to climb on and inspect it. It says, "The voices, they tell me to go north. Things are changing. A new age. I must be there. I must help to usher it in. It's strange. I don't bow to people. I don't like to listen to them, but I feel like I have reason.
Wolfgar will smash the first pillar.
Yeah, you go ahead and do a big old hit with it with your 24 strength and your magic hammer that does double damage to structures. And as you do so, you bring it back. Do you enlarge it first, or do you just go straight for the regular? If you go for the regular, it doesn't do double damage.
Does the enlarge take up anything, or I can just do it whenever?
You just do it.
Then I'll enlarge it. Why not?
So this war pick, which is about that long, right? It's like, it's a regular size war pick. Suddenly you click it, and it's like wielding a tree trunk with a big fucking, like the end of the pick is probably about that wide. You are going like full cloud buster, like this is Elden Ring style, a big weapon. You swing it back, and with your strength, it's no problem. You just pull it forward, and the pillar cracks dead in the middle. Parts of rock go spraying out, and they drop about 30 feet into the water. You hear the faint as they go. And the serpent kind of breathes a sigh of relief. Good. On to the next. And it goes forward. As you head over to the next pillar, one of your choosing, it says, I heard your name. The Tidebreaker. You are the reason I will escape here. The reason that I will help bring in this new age. I respect you. And should you choose it, I will help you take a seat there too. If not, that's fine. You are free to live your own life. But I like to think that maybe just us, we can be allies.
And what of my friends?
I listen to you. I value your opinion. They have been silent in this endeavor. They don't have the tools that I required. But I won't hurt them if they're friends of yours.
You know, a sea serpent killed my crew.
I gathered that from what you were saying, yes.
But I suppose I understand being misjudged. And Ulfgar will smash the next pillar.
Yeah, you. The next pillar goes down. You guys have to go through a fair amount of pillars here to get all the way through. I think there are 12 of them on the map that you can see. Is there anything that you want to talk to the serpent about as you go?
He's gonna ask the serpent that, you know, on his way out, don't destroy, don't kill innocent people. But you know, those bastards in the gold armor, feel free to hunt them down.
You guys are watching this from the shore, and you watch as they go through like 4 pillars, and he like kind of leans his head over to the next one, and something is clearly said by Ulfgar, because the face of the snake just curls into the widest grin that you've seen from such a creature ever. It says, "Oh, sounds fun. And you go on forth to the next couple. As you're doing so, the roof is beginning to crack and splinter. Bits of rubble are falling down from on top of it. To the point where you get to the last one. Kind of leans its head forward. And says, actually, you know what? And it rears back a little bit to the point where it's kind of resting in the water again, but the head is just out. And it says, how about on 3? You watch as
Let's do it.
it's kind of positioned like it's aiming directly towards the platform, and it like arches out of the water to the point where it goes straight past that pillar. It's coming right up on your right. You give it a good smack.
Give it a good smack.
Yeah, as you go, you bring the war pick around, and you smash it straight through the pillar. In doing so, you feel it immediately crack and splinter outwards. You guys on the platform kind of have to move to the side a little bit as bits of rock are coming to the right, as well as the serpent coming to the left of you. It kind of impacts into the water just as the roof begins to cave in and crumble behind it. As it does so, Ulfgar, you immerse into the water once again. And as the cold hits you, you feel your amulet begin to warm. Nothing happens.
He's gonna grab at it.
Yeah, nothing happens, but it is definitely... You feel like you were watched in that decision. And it comes out of the water and kind of rests to the side of that platform, coiling up. Maybe 80 feet of it is out of the water, 80 feet length total, and it's still more inside. And it watches as the rocks fall. Just before this, that semicircle door would have shifted up in the middle and then began rotating around. As it rotates around, everyone who's watching it, everyone but Ulfgar, roll perception check.
19.
19.
You catch the letters that were on the other end of the door. It's O-B-O-R. As it shifts and like spirals out. And now you're left with a half circle opening that you can go through. The serpent kind of lies down so you can get off Ulfgar. And says, I'm going to get a few of my things. Thank you, Tidebreaker. You've done me a great service today.
Ulfgar will reach his hand out, kind of just, to put his hand on its head. I wish you the best. But if I hear you killing innocent lives, I will hunt you down.
You hear a faint chuckle come from within. I look forward to seeing you again. Before it slides off the platform, and you can see it takes a solid 30 seconds of it moving at full speed before the tail comes up out of the water and then goes back down. And you get the sense that it's going back down towards that ship to go and collect some things before it leaves. What do you guys do?
Leave?
Absolutely. You walk through the door, dragging Califra along with you. And you find yourselves in a new room. Grace and Cryo, are you guys still there?
Oui, monsieur.
Will you do me a favor and deafen?
And
Hell,
deafen.
hell yeah.
Oh,
Yep. And
It's
then,
our turn!
And then
Spicy.
when we're ready, someone will message in the Discord server for you guys to come back in.
Perfect. Got you.
Awesome. So, you guys, you come forth into a wide open room. It's a square room. And what is in this room? Lots of little hanging or floating chests. just in the space. A quick glance, and the room is lit. It's probably 100 of them or so. And they're just like kind of floating there at various heights. There's a clear walkway forward, except on the back wall up above, you see these amazing large glass cases. And you see items in there. Very powerful magical items. Just for descriptive sake, you see 3 swords, each one in their own case. One of them is like a plain grey blade. The other is a silver blade with a winged crossguard and a pommel that ends in a blue jewel. And the other one is jet black. It is straight and sharp and menacing. You see a bright golden rod. There is a scarf of silver platinum color that is adorned in scales. There is a green orb that looks like it has dragon's wings curling around it. And a bright... actually, it's not bright. It's a grey, kind of like a dull grey robe with golden inlay. Any one of you can roll a History or Arcana check to get some of these.
Bad at both of those.
Oh, there was also a golden helmet.
Same.
Forgot about that.
A 10.
10. Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
That
Go for
one.
it, fuck it. 14.
14. Roll d8. I'm going to subtract 3.
6.
6. You got 3. Okay. So you instantly recognize the sword is probably a Holy Avenger. That robe is probably a robe of the Archmagi, which is super good for spellcasters. And that orb, something about the orb, you've seen tales of it before. This is not just a legendary item, this is an artifact. It is an orb of dragonkind.
Hey. Jump kind of sits there and goes, Lifer, what's the deal with this one?
Again, I can't really say. If you look around, you will see things that open.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you can just hold up your fingers. Do we need to be careful about which we open? Because we might die?
Yes.
And on that scale of 10, how high is that risk?
Very high one. Very high.
Right. Things that can be... And I only know what 3 of those are. Those dangerous?
Are you pointing to the items?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Look at them, and you know, like the 3 items that you are aware of are at least rarity of legendary.
I meant dangerous to grab. I know they do. They're
Oh.
scary.
I'm not really at liberty to say if there are any problems with that.
Okay. Well, fellas, I assume that we need to open some of these to get the hell out of here.
You look
Is there
forward-
any noticeable door?
There's a door on the other side of the room. Yeah.
Is it?
Hey, it's closed.
I want to go check that out first.
Okay. You walk through the door, or through the room to the door, and as you walk through the room, roll a dex save for me.
Sure.
There's a rug.
Oh no! Okay. What's my dex? +3, so that is a 19.
19, yeah. You feel your foot step onto a mechanical thing, and you feel it sink a little bit. Your reflexes are good enough to the point where you jump out of the way as the floor basically swings open, and you look down to see very large, very pointy-looking metal spikes.
Huh. Man, I can't imagine coming down here just to check a deposit. He steps back, and he's just like, all right, walks up the wall.
Yeah, you walk over the wall, to the other side of the room. The door is there. It is a large golden door. It's like an arched one. There's a handle.
Test the hand. I'm going to use my sword to test the handle. Like, is it like a hinged handle, or is it a knob?
It's a hinged handle.
Okay. So I'm gonna use the sword to kind of press it down.
Yeah, you just... And the handle... It goes.
Then nudge the door.
You nudge the door and it... opens.
Interesting. Well, fellas, we could just leave, or I mean, some of this shit's real good.
I mean, yeah, it all looks very expensive. I saw that thing. I don't want to die. But if you want to get another belt from a giant,
Kind of has a moment where, again, that inner thief is just like screaming at the thought of having these legendary items right there, and he's like, okay.
Magic items, pound for pound. Like, if you took one of those items, it would be worth way more in gold than you would get for that size of gold.
And you said that the magic items that we can see are in, like, cases.
They're in cases, yeah, but they are, like, way up high and back, and there doesn't seem to be an opening on those cases.
All right.
man.
Well, I'm not sure I could get up there even if I wanted to.
Who said anything about going up? And he's going to pull the trigger.
Yeah, you pull the trigger on it. Boom! Tung, 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 tung. The bullet goes everywhere except latching onto that case. And you look at the case and it's not dented at all, not scratched.
Oh, come on!
Maybe there's a button somewhere. Califra, is there a button?
Kind of looks around at all the chests.
Can I shoot the chests, or is the same thing gonna happen?
Come on, man. You're above asking me. I can't say.
Boom.
Which chest do you shoot? There are like 100 of them.
Oh. You know what? Let's just roll a D100. Why not?
Put it this way: are you shooting one close to you or far away from you?
Far.
Okay.
77.
Okay, so you get one of them that's far away. Do me a favor. Roll a D100.
Okay. 84.
Okay. Ah, wonderful. You shoot the chest, and the chest basically shatters. The hinge comes off. And as it does, the rest of you watch as this faint, like, purple, pinkish mist Just kind of sits there for a second and then goes towards jump. I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
No. What is that? That is an 18 plus 1.
Okay. You feel the mist take hold of you for a second, and for a second you like, man, I'm uneasy about this. I don't know if this is the right thing to do. I don't know if we should be doing this. And then you kind of steel yourself and you're like, no, what? Shut the fuck up. No, this is the right thing to do. We come this far. We need to keep going. And you resist the urge to turn yourself in.
Damn it.
What was that?
Magic bullshit.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna turn
Kind
to
of made
Califra.
me want to turn myself in.
What? Califra, where's the footlocker with just a big pile of platinum? I don't need this shit.
That's where we're going, basically, right? You want to go to the end? That's...
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know how to get through this room safely?
Okay, so... There's really nothing I can say about this.
Then show us.
Well, okay. Okay, and he kind of like gets off of you. One of his legs is still working, so he just kind of begins hopping down the corridor towards the end of the door.
Can I just follow the trace of just follow his tracks?
Yeah. You guys follow. He's not being
Ulfgar's-
particularly careful.
Ulfgar's also going to hop on 1 foot across the room.
Yeah, every hop for him is as the armor just clanks in place.
Tiles are breaking.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall into the pit without even triggering a trap, Wolfgar. Come on.
This is what he did.
Did you shrink the lockpick?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like a big fucking thing anymore.
Right.
And you can shrink it, like, if you don't want to carry it as it is, you can shrink it down to about that big, which is super neat.
Ah!
Yeah.
Like a little baby hammer.
Yeah, it assumes the form of a small hammer, should you choose to shrink it instead of enlarge it.
So
It's
can
a
I
cool weapon.
choose how big it is? I know it says it can go up to 9 feet.
It's basically one of those three states. It's either that big, or that big.
Okay, Ulfgar would kind of keep it in the middle, similar to his normal maul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you just hop down behind Califra, and Califra gets to the end of the door, and he's like,
Can
That's
we
it.
get any of that?
kind of beckons over to the chests. You can try.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna heal you a little bit, and you're going to show us how to do this.
Okay, so that's going to be a problem. How do I say this? It could be any of them.
Is there a way to tell?
Yes.
Visually?
He can't say anything more than that.
Ulfgar is going to place his hand on Califra's leg and cast lay on hands, just one.
Are you attempting
Is
to
this-
mend the leg? Because he's
Just a
already.
little bit.
You guys took a short rest, so he's already, like, hit points wise, he's back up to full.
Yeah, I guess just for mending the leg. As this kind of water energy embraces around his leg.
Okay. Yeah. You feel the bone kind of snap back into place, and it's he kind of like whimpers at the feeling of that. But the leg is mended after a minute. Okay. Okay. Why?
Well, I'm hoping that you can help us just a little bit more. Plus, you've been such a great help until now.
Okay.
I wonder if this charm overrides self-preservation. If we just start telling you to open stuff and you don't wanna.
I wonder how deep that pit is that our friend almost fell in. Sure would hurt if someone was thrown in there.
Roll a persuasion check.
Jump kind of just like throws like a loose item at one of the spots that he didn't see Califera go, just to like see if he can see how deep the pit goes.
It's 14.
14, yeah. Okay. I guess come on then.
That's the spirit, boy.
And he kind of begins walking the room. You guys will follow him. And he is kind of looking around, goes to a nearby chest, and just kind of stands in front of it. Kind of gulps. He's looking around at you guys. And then looks down. Okay.
Yeah.
Begins
You gonna
reaching
open it?
forward to open the chest.
I'm preparing for him to pull some bullshit again.
Yeah, so, you passive insights, Jump, you've got a 17.
Perception,
What about insight?
11.
11.
But I have very little trust for this man after the flamethrower.
Akan, what's your passive insight?
12.
12. So it's you just about catch this. He didn't ask you guys which item you wanted. And there are 8 up there.
Yep.
He's walking around. He kind of just walked to the nearest one. And you kind of see him sweating a little bit. You guys are all pretty close, and he's reaching forwards for that chest right now. You Akan, you have one thing you can do.
Am I within arm's reach of him?
Yeah?
I'm just gonna grab his arms and stop him from opening it.
Okay, this is going to be a contested grapple check. So go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics.
I'm trying to think of what here could just fuck us off rip. They all look like
6.
weapons.
You got a 6?
Sorry. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and roll D100 to see what effect we get.
Oh
Oh
boy.
boy.
58.
Can I prepare to dodge?
You...
I mean, I was afraid. I was afraid he was gonna do some shit.
Wolfgar just trusted a sea serpent. He's putting his faith into Califera.
What did you get, Noah, last time? You got a 70-something?
For
It was a 7.
for my
For your D100?
roll against the thing. Oh, 84.
84.
Oh,
But I shot chest 77.
Oh, so it's this one. Got you. Oh, boy. You know what? One of you guys can do it. Roll D8. Whoever wants to.
I mean, I'll do it. Because can't roll horribly twice, right? Okay.
Oh wait, no, I shot chest 80. What did I do?
I think you rolled a 77 for the
You
for
rolled
the
77
chest.
and then Equa asked you to like roll.
Yeah,
another
roll D100, so you
D100.
roll.
Oh right, for the effect.
Yep.
Yeah. 8.
8. Okay, interesting. Possibly one of the better ones, honestly. You watch as the chest opens, and you hear this faint chuckling from within, as you see the inside of the chest begin to push out the sides. You see humanoid hands, but with pointed nails on the top of them, come out of the top of the chest. The chest is that big. They come out of the top of the chest and then begin pulling it apart. And from within, a pale but kind of burly masculine figure begins rising out of the chest, pulling himself out of the chest. He's kind of got this hair that is short on top and flat and goes back, almost like he takes very good care to comb himself, in a very dapper, darkly coloured suit.
Do we just summon Strahd?
It's not Strahd. He's bigger.
It's Dracula.
But you do notice, as he climbs out, the canines of this man are sharpened. And he kind of looks around the room at all of you and says, "My, oh my, what a treat." As Califra's like backing up. But Califra's on the other side of you, so you guys are towards like the door that you need to go through to get to the next room. Califra's on the other side with his back to the door where the sea serpent was. And this guy is now looking around trying to find a target. Why don't we all roll initiative?
Fuck! Alright, you know what, guys? I'm sorry. I wanted cool stuff. This is my bad.
Man, I can't wait until you guys get to the other room, because that's where all the rest of the stuff is.
Yeah, 14 for me.
I'm gonna give up after this one and just go. Dirty 20.
Awesome.
I don't blame you, man.
Ulfgar, what'd you get?
15.
Legendary items! I wanted it!
Sweet. So Jump, you go first. You see this thing that's looking around to pick a target.
Am I within 5 feet?
Of the vampire?
Of allies.
Yes.
Fantastic. Fuck this motherfucker. I could just push it onto a plate and send it to the deep. Or I could shoot him. And I think I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah, you can shoot him if you want. You're like basically 5 feet away from him, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go then. That is a 22.
22, I believe, hits.
Alrighty, and that is 2d10 plus 4 plus the d6 of sneak attack because I'm within 5 feet of an ally. So that sucks. That is 4s all around. That is 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Yes, okay. So you pull the rifle back over your shoulder and point blank just poof. You feel the bullet sink into like the back shoulder blade of this dude, of this man, who takes it and then turns to look at you. Are you sure you want to do this?
Not so much now.
What else do you want to do on your turn?
Back up.
Yeah, there's nothing in between you and the door. So you can back up as much as you want.
I think I might bail. I'm not gonna leave them, but I'm gonna get as close to the door as possible so I can slam it shut if I needed to.
Okay, yeah. You can go out the door. The room is not that big. You make it just beyond the door, and you are like basically standing there with your hands on the door, waiting to decide if you're going to shut this thing. Okay,
Boys.
That's your turn. Next up, it's the vampires' go. We've got 3 targets here. Ooh,
this is a vampire?
Yeah, it's a vampire. He kind of like is clambering out of the small chest. You see the legs come out. This long flowing cape kind of catches on the top of the chest before spilling down behind him. And he kind of turns to look at you with these pale grey eyes. Looking at the two of you who are behind him, kind of looks you up and down, Ulfgar. You would be so juicy.
Orc meat is very tough. I'd suggest not. You might break a tooth.
You're right. And he goes and he grabs Califra by the neck without turning to look at him at all. Okay, so vampires get 2 attacks, one of which is an unarmed strike. Bro, this dude's about to fucking die. For sure hits, instead of dealing damage, he's going to grapple him. And then he's going to pull him forward, and he kind of holds him like a wet towel. Like he's got one end of him in the neck, and he pulls him forward and just grabs onto like the side of the hip, and you feel Califra scream in pain as these sharpened fingernails perforate through his skin and into his flesh. You see a small patch of red begin appearing at the end of this vampire's fingertips, and he just so all that you guys basically see is the head of the vampire go down, and Califra's face, which is twisted in pain, suddenly slacken, the mouth open wide, and all of a sudden his color is draining. His eye is just unblinking and open. He would be screaming if this thing's teeth weren't clamped down on his voice box right now.
I'm gonna rebuke the violent.
What the fuck does that do?
What? You're gonna fucking what?
This is my channel divinity. Immediately after an attacker 30 feet deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. On failure, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt, or half damage on success. It is a DC 14.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That's pretty fucking cool. Okay, so let me deal with the damage first. So he takes 7 plus it's 3d6.
You know, guys, like, really, this is Califra's fault. If he had just opened the right chests...
That's true.
Yeah, he takes, like, literally on the number, he takes just the right amount of damage for him to die.
Great.
You watch as the skin kind of comes shriveled. He kind of, like, tenses up like a raisin. Like, the skin clings to the bones, as pale as it is, and then drops to the ground as this radiant energy consumes the vampire. You said it's a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, 14.
That's 24.
So it'll take half of the damage.
I'll take half the damage. Yep, go ahead and roll your damage.
It's not my damage, it's the damage it just dealt.
Oh, half the damage it just dealt. Okay. And that's in radiant?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sick. Awesome. So he took 12.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
Cry?
gonna silvery barbs him.
Ooh.
Roll that again. Because Akan wants to say, right as this whole thing is happening, I literally just saved his life. But I guess I say it in a distracting way to the vampire.
Mm-hmm. With disadvantage, it's a... Oh, you're disadvantaging the bite or the grapple? I don't think it will really matter either way, because he's going to pass.
The save.
Oh, the save. Got you. Awesome. So I'll keep that roll.
I'm mad at Califra. I'm not...
Okay, so that roll goes from 17 to a 3, which makes it a 10. The vampire is going to use a legendary resistance to succeed.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's full vampire. Big vampire. Good vampire.
Well, this is...
I thought vampires were just kind of mobs.
Nope. No,
burned one of them.
he's big boy. The body of Califra drops onto the stone floor, and this guy now looks up to you, Ulfgar, because you were the one who just dealt radiant damage to him.
Oh, and I'm giving Ulfgar advantage, by the way.
Amazing. Kind of grins, the red blood dripping down his chin, down his, like, slightly open collar, and onto the floor where Califra's face now is. It's your go. Both of you, technically.
Push him in, push him in, push him in, push him in. Into the abyss!
I did just give you advantage. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna push him in.
What are you pushing him into? You pushing him into the hole?
So isn't his... Califra was up to the door to the serpent room.
Yes.
So he wasn't up to... By the way, that door is closed. I should point out. That door is closed. But he wasn't, like, all the way up there. He was maybe 15 feet in, which is, like, 30 feet, 25 feet away from the door that you guys are at. You guys are a little bit on the end, so it's, like, 20 feet to the door for you guys.
How far is he from the pit?
From the pit, like 8 feet.
I just feel like if I throw him in, he'll turn into a bat or something, fly out.
I will also point out, unfortunately, those spikes are metal. They are not wood. Otherwise, it would be a super fucking cool idea for that to be the case. But no, they are metal.
Shit. Holy metal?
What do you think?
No. I need that Avenger.
Okay, can I just roll to see what I even know about vampires?
Yeah, sure can.
It'd be an 11. Okay. I'm assuming, I don't know.
You know, if you stay here, you might die.
Well, I think it's time to go. Elfgar's gonna leave.
Yeah, awesome. Do you disengage first?
Yeah, you haven't used your action.
Am I within 5 feet of him?
Yeah, just about.
Okay, then yeah, I'll disengage.
Disengage and you run back through the door. Akan, what are you doing?
What are you saying?
Disengage and run.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm running to the door.
Am
I within 5 feet of him?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to disengage and run towards the door.
Awesome.
As soon as they breach the threshold, just immediately.
Well, so interesting point of action here. You did not hold your action because you used it to shoot him.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be at
My
the
turn.
end of Akan's turn. He's gonna use a legendary action to move, and you watch as he bolts. It starts off on all fours, like he grabs the ground and hurls himself forward before running, like sprinting towards.
Hit a panel, hit a panel, hit a panel, hit a panel.
Towards you guys, and you watch as he goes straight forwards to the door, and as he goes to hit the open door, he stops. There's this kind of look of confusion on his face. What is this? Let me in.
No.
It's now your turn. You close the door, and your confusion is kind of met for a second. Why couldn't he open that door? Why couldn't he enter through that door? And you're really confused as you shut it and lock it, and you hear this voice go, "Hello." We're gonna leave you guys there. Let's get the other two in here to do their room. Someone message them in the Discord for me, please.
I went from not liking it to not liking it even more.
Man, this is so cool.
Again, it's his fault. It's his fault. He could have. He could have.
Just saved his life. I can't believe it.
I just want you to know I looked over at one point and saw Noah fucking dying, so I can't wait to know what that was all about.
Oh, you
A
will.
lot of
It's
stuff happened.
Fucking sick.
Oh
Oops.
dear.
So,
What did you do? What do you mean, oops?
Not my oops.
So the three of
course
you,
it's not.
you don't have to deafen. You can watch this part if you want.
Go.
But
Your
you
turn.
you can mute if you would like. The two of you, on the inside of this foresty room. The door, you watch as the letters on it glow in a blue light again, and the door begins shifting and spiraling out into the outer rim. Both of you roll a perception check for me.
Oh, perception?
Mm-hmm.
You know how prepared I was for today? I don't have my character sheet open. Hang on.
God damn it, Grace.
Smooth move, Grace.
Leave
Wow.
me alone. I'm gonna use my.
Wow. Oh my
Use
god.
my
Anyways, I rolled a
dice-crafting
6.
dice.
A 6? You don't
Is
see
it
shit.
perception check?
Yep, perception.
14.
14. You just about catch some of the letters from the other side of the door. You catch O-U-R as they disappear into the outside of the rim.
That's 3. Okay.
As you all look forward into the next room, you hear the voice of the dragon behind you. It says, "Go forth, and tell them of the name Umbros the Reclaimed."
Right, we'll
Okay.
do that. Goodbye.
I will wait here. Good servants. You just step
Okay.
through the door.
Yep, sure.
There's the door. Closes again.
I liked him.
Hey, Klein.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
I liked him.
Yeah. Yeah, real stand up. Sure. Right. Mm-hmm. Moving on.
Cool, he just wanted his stuff back. I think that's some things that we can all relate to, yeah?
Yeah, you know, we're just gonna keep moving. Lith, how you doing?
Fucking fantastic to be out of that room.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm glad I couldn't see it, or...
You
I
hear
was
a...
mainly worried about the big webs. I'm glad that there weren't actually any giant spiders. Or if there was, that we didn't see them.
I'm sorry, the what?
Oh, yeah, you couldn't see. Yeah, it was horrifying in there.
You hear a voice from up ahead of you say, "I'm glad you're here." And you look forward to the room and you see large, like, glass cases. The thing that was talking to you is inside one of these cases. It's about 8 feet by 8 feet in terms of diameter, but it's probably 12 feet tall. And leaning forward, looking at you, kind of finger on the chin, you see a beautiful woman. Like, beautiful. She's clad in this strange red armor, kind of sharp and a little bony. I don't remember if she has wings or not. Let me look that up real quick. She does. Yes, she does. She has these kind of leathery black and red wings that fold out behind her, and a long tail that is forked in the end. She's kind of leaning forward, looking directly at the three of you now. Small horns on the front of the head.
Guten Nacht.
So she's looking at Klein.
Grace was having a gay panic over the description. Continue.
She's looking at Klein. You're a little young for me, but you... Looks towards you, Det and Lithrain. Why don't you come over here?
That's
I'm
gonna
as
look
offended about
look
these
over
assumptions.
at Lith really quickly, like. Oh.
Yeah. Lith is kind of like... Oh no! Lith's like... Hi. How are you doing? Rolled real bad on that one.
Damn, Lith. Lithrain, I thought you were supposed to be the smooth one.
You hear another voice coming from your right now. This time from a much deeper fella who goes, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." And you look over to see a tall, buff guy of pale features, kind of a little bit sallowed, short and sharp, dark hair, these very pale blue eyes, and very like noble but dark looking, like suit clothes. Klein, you got a passive perception of 17, right?
No.
What's your passive perception?
14.
14. What about you, Det?
Question. Also 14, actually.
14. Yeah, you just see this tall, buff dude.
Damn.
It's kind of like arms folded. Not the best idea. You look forward, and there are a total of 8 of these cases with various things in them.
You said you would not do it if you were us, but you are not us.
Oh, I might do it, because I'd be fine. But you, in your mortal flesh, I don't think you want to.
Are you not mortal?
Not anymore. And as he kind of grins while he's speaking, you just about make out the sharpened canines. Or is it insides? Sharpened teeth right here of this
Canines.
creature. It is canines. I said it right the first
Oh.
time.
Vampires? Vampires? What are D&D terms? I don't know.
Vampire is
They're
correct.
2 different things.
Yeah. Huh.
Klein points at him, but then just points to the lady. Are you also a vampire, or are you a succubus?
You see her kind of like put her hand up the glass and kind of like drift her finger around her chin. Something of that sort.
Well, that's not an answer. I asked if you were one as a other. I guess you could say you are neither.
You can come
But
over
that's-
here and find out.
I thought you said I was not one of your... I thought you said no to Klein.
I can make do for little tiefling boys. Come, devil.
What is this? What is this? Took a turn. Hang on.
What are you guys doing?
Just gonna be like... where's the door in here?
The door is straight ahead of you. The path leads in between these cases, and it's maybe 30, 40 feet away.
I'm just going to go open the door. Like, Klein just walks past all the glass cases.
Yeah, you go and walk through the glass cases. So, you walk through. Behind the succubus on the left, there is this pale, floating thing with like tentacles that come... It's like a slender body with an open, like, cylindrical mouth on the front, and these long, like, ending in tentacles that come down off the backside. It's just kind of floating there, like wriggling around, and looks at you as you go by. To the right of you, you see this like grey-brown skinned guy, you think? It's just curled over in the corner, head down, and all you see is the bare back. It's not wearing any clothes. It's just crouched down there. And as you walk by, you can kind of hear this faint...
Dad, the sad man is not wearing any pants. You just keep walking.
Yeah, you get about halfway down, not looking where you're going. Roll a dex save for me.
18.
18. Yeah, you watch as you walk forwards, and you hear it before you see it. This faint from the ceiling, and this dark shape just drifts straight down. You see it, and it's coming at you fast, but because of your high dex save, you managed to jump out the way. It's just this sphere of black. About that wide. About 4 or 5 feet wide. Just the sphere. It doesn't make any noise. It doesn't emit any light. It just... down into the floor, where there's a opening that goes... and the sphere drifts down, and then it shuts again.
Like, the sphere just gets dropped in, and then it's just sitting on the floor in front of me.
It disappears underneath the floor. It goes.
Oh.
Like, the hatch opens, and then it disappears under, and the hatch closes.
Turns back to Dad and just...
Yeah, you hear another voice
I'm assuming
coming.
I saw that?
Yeah, you saw it. You and Liv both saw it.
Alright.
You hear a voice come from the front right of you, and you look over to see a giant floating eyeball sitting on top of a mouth with 12 little eyeballs that come off of the head of it.
Fuck.
And you hear it say, "I would have liked to see that."
What's it doing?
Try it again.
Try walking?
You see the 12 eyes look towards a specific spot on the ground. Just step on that for me.
Or don't, Klein.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything the weird things in
Klein.
here tell you to.
Or,
Okay.
like, over the tile. It's just like, or don't. They stop. Just... Huh? The nice eyeballs were telling me to step on the tile.
Okay. You're nice, Klein.
Mm-hmm. don't step on it. I kind of
Okay, cool.
let my foot down and just look at the eyes and just. Guten Nacht, I am Klein.
God damn it.
Yeah, you step away from the panel, and he's like, no interest to me. And then you hear another voice go, but you are to me. And you turn around and you see a large,
Hello.
like, it looks like the form of a man, but it is the physique, like the fur and the head of a tiger. Bright orange with black stripes. And as he puts his hands up to touch the glass, his hands are backwards. They're in reverse. He says, now you can use this ability that you have to free me, yes?
Klein does not know what ability you mean.
Your ability to live. You do not know what that was.
9.
That is certain death. Come, release me. I will help you through this maze.
Looks it dead. Just slowly, just like.
That you can roll a history or a nature check to determine what that is if you want.
That'd be great, thank you. What's better between the two? They're the same, of course they are. Ooh, but that's not a bad roll. 18?
Yeah, you know what this is. This is a Rakshasa.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
It's a pretty deadly creature, and
That's a
probably not something that you should trust.
No. Right. So, can we see the door from where we are? You probably described it, and
Yeah.
I was busy listening to you give description of
I was
very
walking towards it
attractive
when
people.
certain death dropped out of the scene.
Yeah, it's just on the other side of Klein. Also on the other side of Klein, there are two more cases.
Right.
In one of them, and this is like a bigger case, there is it almost looks like a minotaur. But the head itself is not of a bull. The body is, and it's got these like big, like meaty clawed hands that are adorned in golden rings, horns that come out and point forward. But the head is of something, the faces of something gnarlier. Something. It's definitely not cow-like. It's more monstrous. And that thing is more than 20 feet tall.
So, pray tell, what exactly did you all do to get yourselves stuck down here?
There's like
Slightly undeaded?
there's a round of talking, including from this like minotaur-looking thing above you, who speaks in a language that you do not understand.
Well, amazing. Love that for me.
But you gather from the ruckus, not much. They kind of just existed. At least for the general, the general idea of it is.
So did you piss off Krem or something? Or...
You see the vampire at the front of the cases says, well, technically I did, but the rest of them, they're all just trophies.
Gross.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, he goes on to say, I started by delving into this room, and then all of a sudden the case around him begins to glow in this bright orange light, and he says, oh, this is new, and he disappears.
Oh.
Oh!
I wonder if that's the same enchantment that our not friend Califra is under.
Also, like he said a thing he shouldn't say, then he ceased to exist.
Yeah, so seems to be the case
That's
there.
cool.
Cool. So clearly there's some kind of weird death maze. And we don't know how to get through here. Cool. Okay.
I know how to get through.
Is your proposal to just blow it up? Because I'm actually kind of on board for that. I'm not gonna lie.
I was going to fly because the triggers are tiles on the floor and I have wings, but Klein has more bombs. We can blow it up.
See, while you can fly, my friend, we can't. And she points to herself and
Oh.
Lithrain.
That is true. I can walk on the walls, though.
There you go.
Well, good for you.
Can't you, like, turn into things? Could you not turn into something that could just... makes, like, a come here gesture.
You could carry her. Just, I'm American
Would you
now.
mind?
You could turn into, like, a squirrel.
Yeah, we've established you can glide. So you could turn into a flying
turn
squirrel
into
and then just...
A turtle.
So would you like me to be a squirrel, Klein?
No, you can turn into a... if you could be anything, be a turtle. Klein likes turtles.
Klein likes turtles.
Yeah.
Lith begins walking on the wall around, and you hear the succubus go, "No, come back." Just keeps walking. She's like, I'm gonna do this first. Well, we'll see. Just keeps going.
What a queen. I love her. Yeah, Lith will turn into it. Not Lith. I'm dead. I do this every time. Holy shit. One of these days, I'll know my character's name. Det is gonna turn into a turtle.
Okay, yeah, you turn into a turtle.
Yeah!
You hear the succubus go, "Oh, okay." Then just climbs.
Fly over and just pick you up. Just hold on tight. Klein is not a safe driver.
Gotcha.
It's literally a straight shot.
It's fine.
In fact, there's
I'm
no
gonna do a
turtle
little
step
loop
block.
because I can.
Yeah, you go in between some of the cases. Most of the creatures kind of like, but the eyes just as you go. The head like doesn't turn, but the eyes all spin on their stalks.
That's weird. That's very weird.
Do not call them weird. You don't. Maybe that's normal for them.
They can't hear me! I am a turtle!
Do
You
not
get
think that
to
they're weird.
the door, which is just a big golden door. It's a big arched golden door.
I should probably mark that I used a wild shape, huh?
Land casually in front of it.
Through timeline. Mind link. That's the thing. That will just go.
Alright. Are we clear? Can I be not a turtle anymore?
Did not know turtles had telepathy.
No. Klein. Turtles don't have telepathy. It's just
You're
me.
a turtle, and you're talking in my brain.
We'll unpack that
No,
later.
let me read the door before we decide anything.
That's really
Maybe it'd be
fair.
better if you stayed a turtle for whatever this is. I am just gonna look at the door and see if is there another riddle or a thing.
Yeah, go ahead
There's no
and
turtle
you
step
can roll
block
perception or investigation, your choice.
Investigation or perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Perception. 'Cause it's got a plus. Investigation doesn't.
Oh, I
Oh,
lied.
great. Dirty 20.
There's
Is it
nothing
just a block?
on the door as far as you can tell. It's solid gold, which is probably just a flaunt. But nothing on the door. No inscriptions. You don't see any magical runes. You don't think it's trapped.
Boom, boom, boom. Just try and push the door open.
There's a handle for it.
Oh, I try and just open the door.
Yeah, you... It opens.
Was the whole defense of this room was that it's like a death maze between weird trophy cases?
Well, I guess it's a good thing that you can fly and.
It would have
just
been really
walk on the
awkward if
walls.
the other group had come through here, because I don't know if any of them can fly. The jump can walk on walls, but I don't know how that would have helped the other two.
Well, it's
They
a
would
good
have
thing we came this way
exploded.
then. Anyway,
Do you
Yeah.
want to
I
stay a turtle? Klein likes turtles.
would you like me to stay a turtle, or would
Yeah.
you like me? Okay.
Come on, not dead. I just walk through the door.
Yeah, you say that. Lith kind of like comes around to the door. Det, you're a turtle, so I don't know if you see this. But Klein, you kind of look back and you see her go. To the succubus.
Klein's tail like immediately like hooks around like a loop of her pants and tugs her along. It's just like, All right.
Closes the door behind. Yeah, you guys are now in a corridor. The corridor only goes to the left, so as you walk out the door, there's nothing forward or to the right. It only goes to the left, except on the wall are more of those vaults.
Trying every door.
Yeah, every door is locked.
Shit.
You get about 5 doors down before you see running out of the other end of the corridor. Looks like they're in another room very similar. Is Jump, and he runs out and then kind of waits behind his door.
Guten Nacht.
Are you waving your hand or the turtle?
My hand. The turtle is safe.
Suddenly, Ulfgar comes through, and a Khan as well. And then you see them all as they're like looking at the opening of this door. Suddenly, all of them go like that and just recoil, and then suddenly, like, Jump closes the door. The rest of you three, you are now in the scene. You can unmute.
Did you let Califra go?
Huh?
Oh,
Califra
he
let
died.
himself go.
Oh,
Yeah,
then he died.
killed himself after I saved
He's
him,
what?
too.
I
So
did not realize he was depressed.
So on that side, a bunch of chests, just like so much stuff, so much money. Like he's kind of like tapping on the door, like on the like wall next to the door.
Yeah, you hit on the door, and then you hear a doof doof from on the inside of the door. Something.
No!
Can I put me down?
So we tried to get
This turtle
Califra
is
to...
dead. I put you on the floor.
That's gonna
Yeah, John.
unturtle.
Yeah, John, tell them what you asked Califra to do, and then what did the dumbass decide that he wanted to try again?
There was a lot of stuff worth a lot of money. And a lot of chests that were trapped. So we said, okay, you open one, you know, because he knows it.
Yeah.
And he let a fucking vampire out.
Oh, we met a vampire too. He was cool. Oh, Klein gets it. Klein understands. Klein, you let our vampire out.
No, our vampire is...
He's still right there.
No. I think they let out the thing that turned those people, Klein.
No, I don't think so. Because like they open a chest and it goes from that room to that room.
Oh.
Did you also let out like a top? No, nothing else vanished. So you didn't let anything else
No,
out.
actually, that makes sense.
See, Klein's smart.
Shit.
That means you guys could have let out the money.
You guys could have given them a beholder, or a Garistro, or something fucking... Vampire wasn't bad. Congratulations, you guys.
Okay.
It's probably one of the best things you could have gotten.
Okay, let me just double check. So,
Yeah.
you met a vampire,
Yeah.
and then the vampire went poof.
He was confused. He was as confused about it as we were.
Did he have, like, long, slick black hair and a nice dark suit?
Yep.
Yeah, he looked
Like-
kind of like
Yeah, okay,
regal.
yeah, mhm.
Yep.
he could
All
be
right.
like a
So you pulled the
fancy
vampire
man.
out of the chest. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So where
Because-
the fuck is Califra?
Oh,
Dead.
he's crumpled
So
on the
dead.
floor, bloodless.
Ah.
Ridiculously dead.
All right.
Because
then.
he decided to open the chest with the vampire, like a
Mm,
genius. Where to repay me for saving him?
Oh.
Not our fault.
Yeah, I'm.
To
I'm
be fair,
sour.
it could have been a lot worse. There was also a succubus.
There's also a beholder.
Ugh.
Yeah.
There was also a tiger man with backwards hands.
Oh yeah, there was also a Rakshasa.
Were there any, like, nice, pleasant, expensive, portable things by any chance?
9.
Unless you count people as nice, expensive, portable things, but I don't think that qualifies.
We don't objectify people. Like, just like...
I don't think that could. That's just like, yeah, I don't think that counts.
Ulfgar fixed his leg and everything, and then he went and summoned a vampire on us.
I don't
So-
think. I mean, I don't
Oh.
think he summoned it on you, considering it appeared and killed him. Like
So-
if he
so
summoned
the
it
thing-
on you, it's like
Knocking on the door is probably
Mm-hmm.
We should go.
Oh, hang on. Klein walks over the door.
wait.
and just,
Clyde,
like,
no.
No.
I'm not opening it. I'm not. Oh
Okay.
God! Get the fuck away from me! You're not my parent.
No, he's just holding his hand against the door.
Klein does the fucking
the exorcist
shaving a
work?
haircut 2 bits, but he leaves the last knot like
Yeah.
2 knocks.
It's like a doof,
like the
doof,
dun,
doof,
dun,
doof,
dun, dun.
and there's like a pause. Doof, doof.
Ah! Hi, vampire friend. let's
Except
go.
you're not a friend, and we're leaving now. We're leaving. We're
At this
leaving.
point-
He didn't
Okay,
bite
wait.
me. I just say. So
Hang on.
you
Can we
want that.
recap? What did you see? We saw a sea serpent.
Oh, we met a dragon.
bl-
Oh, there was a.
okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
You might want to explain the other room because I couldn't see shit.
Oh, so it was like a forest with these like creepy bog pools and stuff, and then a dragon dropped down from the ceiling, but he didn't have no wings. And then we realized that the little box that we got from Califra was his wings, like shrunk down, and he was like, "Give me those," and we were like. Well, I was like, okay, and Det was like, no, not until you help us open the door. And I was like, oh, I mean, but those are his. And Det was like, Klein. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we dove down to his little like treasure hoard, and he told us half of a password, and we put it in, and then we gave him his wings, and then presumably you put the other half of the password in from your dragon, I guess. And then the door opened, and then there was the trophy room, which was like a death maze. Klein has wings.
Yeah, the boots really helped me pass that part.
You guys hear from down the hallway a small voice go, "Hello?"
Hello.
So fair.
"I can't see you."
Can we see them?
You guys are on
Yes.
each respective sides of your corridor. Oh no, you went past. So you guys are both on the left
Yeah.
side of the corridor. As you go down the corridor, in the middle, there's an opening that goes down a hallway. You ran past it as you went to go and see them. That's where the voice is coming from.
Just walk over to look.
Yeah, you look through, and there's an open room, not super big, maybe 15 feet down, that has another corridor beyond that. And after that corridor, there is another smaller open room, and you can just make out at the very end a giant golden vault door. Standing in between that vault door and you, just on the edge of this room, is a figure, cloaked. You don't make out anything because the hood is so far down, wielding this very gnarly, twisted-looking wooden staff. And the head is just in your direction, although the hood's below the eyes. Or you hear it say, "Oh, there you are. Come through."
Wait.
One moment. Klein leans back. That creepy lady in the hallway.
I don't like that.
Hey, what was your half of the password?
Oh boy.
Those were so sour.
Oh, so that's the full name then. Oborosawa.
No. Okay. BK knows what this is. But
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know.
don't know if
Oh,
Akan
I
knows what
know
it is.
what this is.
I don't know what this is. Oh, no, never mind. I know what it is.
Put it in a ring. If you put it in a ring, it makes sense.
Yeah.
False serpent, the true
Yeah,
serpent.
fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That's stupid.
No, it isn't. It's
I
really
like
cool.
it.
I'm
Don't let
struggling
don't
with
let
this.
him give you shit. This is awesome.
Yeah.
For the viewers at home who don't get
I
it,
would know
tough.
what this is.
Anyway.
Damn, Cry, we need to start saying that in our show more.
That's funny. Damn. Alright.
Does someone want to be the first one to go down the hallway, or is Klein going to be the child talking to the creepy grandma?
No, that's.
I'm not a good talker. If anything, it should be him, and he just points at Akan.
Shall we do this together, buddy?
Or Maybe, Klein, you take a break? Because you've done a lot of work today, and what if the other one... I'll go with you.
Yeah, yeah. The other room, it was just a bed of roses, just a lovely path with no challenges at all, and that's why Calipha's dead. Okay,
Come on, Akon.
let's go, Klein.
Yep.
Just happy walk.
Yeah, so you guys walk through. As you walk through this first room, so the corridor that you're in separates off in the middle and it goes into a room. That room simply has 6 doors, 3 on either side, with grates in the top that heavily resemble prison doors.
Cool.
Forward further than that, on the other wall, there is that hallway that leads towards the vaults. And that's where the hooded figure rests. As you approach, you hear it say, come closer, let me get a good look at you.
It's the wolf from Red Riding Hood.
Klein is going to politely decline, given the fact that all of the current sort of like evidence points to you being a spooky monster.
Not how I would have put it, but yeah. Who are you?
We're all monsters deep down. You
Well, yeah, but
just
that's like
condemned
metaphorical.
a man
We
to
met-
death.
We met like a vampire in Scheisse.
Yes, you did. I'm aware. I'm the
What if-
guardian of these 3 vaults. And they kind of turn around. The middle belongs to Osidius Krem. The right, Thideron Feskvin, and the left is Jareth Califra.
He's dead now, so that's ours.
And yet the lock still remains.
How do we get rid of it? Like, how do we do that now that that's ours? Like, how do we replace that lock?
It's simple. I'll ask you a question. And if I like the answer, I'll unlock one of the vaults. But to get past me, you'll have to do something else.
Walk?
What are the rest of you doing at this point?
Hanging back a little bit, but like close enough.
Okay. So you all hear this conversation. It says, well, you will have to walk. But before then, tell me something no one else knows.
Like, no one else?
Yes.
Or like, no one else here in this room right now? Like, no one else ever?
No one else. Could be something about you, or something in the world. I think that knowledge is the greatest treasure.
Oh.
Would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. Klein is 35.
Yes!
Double take.
Cryo, you beautiful bastard! I love you so much!
The figure kind of stands for a moment. Klein isn't 35, but someone
you got
else
me.
is.
That's true. Devon Demon is 35. Hello.
Very good. You may
I'm sorry.
pass.
What?
Yeah! Awesome. Bye-bye. Just casually walk up to the vault.
Yeah, and you go. Who's
That just
next?
gives
Like,
that just gives Jump a what the fuck look.
Can't say I blame him. I was holding the same secret, and he walks forward and goes, the name that's dead to pretty much everyone in this city. My name is Adlai Tyr.
It appears that you don't know each other at all. You may pass.
I don't have any secrets. Fuck.
Who's next?
Pick one up.
Who wants to go next?
Like, Jump goes over and really?
To who? To Klein?
To Clyde.
Wait, what?
He walks over and, like, as everyone else is kind of thinking, he's like, really? I mean, that's well played.
What's well played?
The whole character, the whole other name, like, good job.
Oh. Oh no, you thought that was serious? No.
That's even better. That's even fucking better, actually. The double that's insane. Cryo, again, I love you.
Cryo, this is the best character you've ever made.
Come forth, Tidebreaker.
Everybody knows who this motherfucker is.
I'll walk forward.
Klein is good at lying. Who's Tidebreaker?
He just points at Ulfgar.
Oh, that's not his name.
No.
I have no idea.
I can wait.
I hope that my crew is dead.
Are you telling the truth?
Yeah.
In what regard do you hope that your crew is dead? In regard of pity, or in regard of you hated them?
More so in a sense that he can move on and become a different person. He loved his crew. It's not out of spite or anything like that, but
Roll a persuasion check.
$21.
It's a little weak. I think most people could put that together, but I will let you pass. Oh, what a pretty group of people we have now. Who's going?
As Ulfgar it comes up, Klein just quietly dancing in the background the whole time as you come up. Just that whole crew line was metal as fuck.
Cryo, you're gonna
Kana's
kill me.
gonna-
Holy shit.
Akana's gonna step up. He's just gonna say, I don't want to save anybody. I want it all for myself.
Is that the truth?
Damn.
Very good. In you go. And that leaves Det and Lithrain. I don't think I like this game very much. It's not a fun game.
I don't have any secrets to give.
Yeah, I'm also a pretty open person.
Klein behind her, mouthing to both of them, just one up, make one up. Lie, it's so easy. I just did it. Just...
What you got, that?
Doesn't have anything.
You need something.
I am a shit liar, both in and out of
Hey,
game.
You didn't like rob the local corner store of a candy once when you were 6 and never tell
No!
anybody? Like,
It doesn't have to be something bad. It could just be something that nobody knows.
That's not a
this is
liar.
when you reveal you have a crush on Lil, like Lil, and have the whole time.
I did think about that actually.
Oh my god. Called it.
Lith steps up, and she kind of like takes a step and holds herself on her clothes in her spring summer form. I don't really like this. I'm more of a quieter person, and I tend to gravitate towards a different form. And the hooded figure says, "Very good. In you go." If you are struggling to think of something, you can ask the group for help. It's up to you. It's up to you what you do.
Yeah, Grace is stuck.
Anyone have any suggestions?
Above the table?
Yeah.
The funny
Have
option
you-
would have been kissing Lith, but
Yeah, the funny option until the fan art comes out.
Oh. Did you
It could be anything.
yeah.
have you like random thought? Like if you talked about like how risk happy that is and why? Because like I don't know if you've talked about it with anybody. Just an above the table suggestion.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Have you thought about betraying Ulfgar at all since meeting the Raven Queen?
That's a good point. You
tying
don't know
into
what
your-
happened so far for her to be against him.
Tying into your backstory, you're doing all this to support your mom. If you want to, there's a little fucked up part of me that like doesn't want to do this for my mom. I just feel obligated to.
Or that you're glad that it happened, because now you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A small part of me is hoping I die here so I don't have to go home.
Very good. Let's go. And she turns and just walks in.
Did you just mime?
As you all walk in, Klein, you feel a sharp rap on your ass cheeks, and she says, "Stop that." So, you have all bought your passage here. And now, the only thing left to do... And she holds the staff up to the vault. Is answer one question. Where does the future lie?
Like on a like, do we only get one answer? Could we spitball here?
You can spitball. Go ahead. Go ahead.
A calendar?
Are you asking me? I thought you were spitballing.
Is this
A question isn't an answer.
Is this a question we have to answer as a group, or is a question we each have to answer ourselves?
A group.
Fuck. All right.
I mean, if the door, you know, the doors, technically, I mean, it would lie at the end and beginning, correct? Like it.
I mean,
The future always lays ahead. You can never truly achieve the future.
I was gonna say hopefully in the hands of capable people, but that's a much better answer.
And a lot more realistic than the shit you were gonna say.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the future lies ahead. We're always chasing it, but we can never achieve it because everything moves in a circle.
Because it's always today.
That's gonna.
That what your answer is?
Just the other two who haven't talked. The other three who haven't talked.
Go for it, lad. A smack jump in the back.
I think the circle.
It lies ahead on the circle, always chasing.
Kind of leans in. That hand with the staff is like pressing against the door. Can you be more specific?
The future is at the end of the circle.
Be more specific. And taps on the
How the
door.
fuck do you be more specific than that?
The future is always tomorrow?
Where is your future lying?
Beyond the door?
Bingo! She taps the thing.
Damn it! I went for the metaphorical shit, and for once it was the literal thing! Shit! Fuck!
That's really good.
The giant
Bingo!
rings on the vault door begin spinning faster and faster. She kind of takes a
Fine,
step
since they're
back,
confused.
folds her arms. I like you guys.
Mine turns around right now, so that means the answer was wrong.
Well, you were on the right lines.
Yeah, it's fair.
Who are you? What are you?
I'm just here.
Okay.
I
Right.
like you, funky little lady.
Okay.
Thanks, Devon. The spinning rims continue to go for about a minute, like 60 to 70 seconds. They keep going before eventually they click into place. And from within the door, this small like lever just folds out. You will have to pull the door.
Well, big guy, it's a big door.
I got it.
Ulfgar grabs the handle and begins pulling. As he pulls, the rest of you peering around the side of the door to see what's open.
Jump is a little more cautious, peering a little less. He's like, last time a vault opened, I got flamethrowered.
So Jump, you're the... Well, actually, Ulfgar, you're the last person to see it. As you open the door, you look over at your friends and you see their faces immediately alight in a golden glow. As you all look forward and you see mounds and mounds. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of gold pieces.
Show me the money!
Jewels, trinkets, weapons, all sorts of random stuff. And the most interesting thing, a chair sitting in the middle of the vault, facing forwards, and a guy strapped in it.
Kinky. I'm sorry.
What?
Okay, not that kind of... He's an older guy, like he's looking like comparatively
Oh, that's his
like
dad!
maybe like 80.
Oh, 1000%.
It's not a dwarf. It looks to be a human.
It's not his dad!
It looks to be a guy, maybe 80 something. Liver spots on top of the head that fall down into long, like silvery, very thin hair. This big beard that has grown over time. Wrinkles of age showing. Kind of looks up as you guys walk in, and this gentle, kind, wise smile just appears behind that beard. His his cheeks distorting makes these very, very prominent crow's feet appear on the sides of his face. He's wearing just rags, and he's basically manacled to that chair.
Guten Nacht, old timer.
Guten Nacht. I've been waiting for all of you for a very long time. Very long time.
That's a concerning statement. Who are you?
I'm a prisoner.
Well, we can see that.
Why?
It's kind of for my own safety in a way. I am quite possibly the most valuable man on this planet. For a number of reasons. This vault that Krem has put me in serves two purposes. The first is to keep me here for his own personal use, and the second is because if he let me out, the gods would smite me down.
Personal use, so he's like a pervert.
Wow,
What?
I don't know. That's not the kind of use that I think.
Oh.
I
So-
see things.
Like a fortune teller?
You're the pervert.
A
Oh,
diviner?
no, like a prophet. Okay.
Sort of like a fortune teller, yes.
What kind of things?
I see the future.
Oh, the future lies beyond the. I get it now.
And you look at him, and his eyes are like this beautiful gold color.
So... okay.
I see more than just the future, but that's what Krem wants most of all. He wanted to
Right.
know
Makes
if his little foray into Parveray would be successful for him. I said it would be. He's never going to get there, though.
Did you lie, or were you
Of
just
course.
obtuse with him?
Well, they're really not that different. But he's not going to make it there, and that's the main thing. He's going to stay right here in Port Chestra. In no part thanks to you, Tidebreaker.
Jump looks at him and just goes, "You're really the main character, huh?"
Oh, he's no more important than the rest of you. You all had a hand in this, but
No,
that
he's so
decision
important.
was a good one. After all, neither of you two fought him at all, did you?
The serpent?
Mm-hmm. That's part of it. Of course, what really matters is the decision that you make now. And he looks at Jump and Klein. I think this one falls to you two.
Oh.
Hmm?
I'm looking for aid, and you can give it to me, either one of you, by pulling a card. And he looks over onto one of the mounds.
Oh my god!
And you see a small box about that big.
Oh, okay. So this is a deck of many things, yeah?
And gives a kind smile. Of course you know what it is.
Oh, the
Oh, yeah.
favorite magic item.
So, like, you just want me to pull any old card, or do you want me to hold it out to you so you can pull a card?
Well, you can hold it out to me if you would like.
What kind of aid are you looking for with the deck?
I'm just looking to get out of here. That's all.
Oh.
Why can't we use more traditional means to get you out of here?
This chair that I am in is quite powerful magic, and I respect you all greatly. What you are doing to me is fast service, but I do believe it's a little bit stronger than most of your means right now. This is just the simplest way.
Well, fine.
Yeah.
I guess show him a card.
Why would the gods smite you down if we let you out of here?
Klein, what are you doing?
Every time Klein will like reach and then someone talks and Klein's hand pulls away. And Klein reaches and his hand pulls away.
Sorry.
So it's like Klein, I guess it's time. Klein reaches and it's like, why would the gods smite you? Klein's like, yeah, why would they smite you?
Why would they smite you?
I can trust you, all right?
Depends
Yeah.
on what you say next.
Klein is always honest.
I've always been an intelligent person. It's been a little bit of a curse, if I'm honest. I know the cliche, but it has. And I've done a great deal of research into the divine. Roll a persuasion check. Whoever's helming this. Which I guess is debt.
I guess debt. Yeah, you asked it.
You can roll with advantage because your group is helping you.
Okay, cool. I'm also gonna give myself a guidance. Glad I gave myself a guidance. Debt is not very persuasive. Persuasion. 16 plus 1 plus 3 mod 20.
20 total?
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, if you roll 19, you've not gotten this information.
Ooh.
I think the gods fear me for what I know. And part of that is what's going to happen next, but also I know how they work. I discovered it. Their secret. I know the ritual for ascension.
Oh.
Which of
Oh,
course...
that's
Oh my
why
God.
the Raven Queen was all, I understand.
It makes me a target, yes. Of course, it is up to me to choose what I do with it. Krem has been torturing me for centuries, and he hasn't gotten a word out of me.
Could Klein become a god?
Oh, gods.
Can you,
Don't
or
look at me
will
like
you?
that. That's a valid question. Just a
Do
joke.
you want to become a god?
I mean, yeah, kinda.
You can, dear woman, but you won't.
Oh, that's
Why would the gods care if you ascend?
The gods are selfish creatures.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I should say on this. The future is not a set thing, but I see outcomes, I see iterations. I don't have any interest in ascending. I can tell you this.
Well, sure, that's how they
Divinity,
see it.
perhaps not. But it's not... Divinity is a burden that should be put onto those who are more worthy than me, who would do a better job than me. I'm better off just being a man, letting these secrets die with me.
Does the
So-
the check keep you alive?
No. No. That's a complicated secret that ties into what I have discovered.
So you're saying Avandra saved me for a selfish cause?
Yes, she did.
Always knew the gods were a bunch of selfish pricks.
Is it bad to be selfish? Here we are, taking this money for our own selfish reasons.
I mean, Klein was gonna give it all to people.
I don't
Klein
really
doesn't
think
even keep shoes.
most of you are not selfish. Young Det here wants to pay off her mother's, well, debt. Akan wants the money, but he also wants to help. You, Tidebreaker, perhaps it is selfish for you, but you didn't really care about the money that much. You were driven by purpose, which was given to you by another person. It's not selfish to be an agent. And as for you, looks towards Jump. Well, there's nothing wrong with it, technically. You're allowed a little reward. And by all means, you have your bags, yeah? Start filling up.
Do you have a name?
I do.
Are we
Care to
allowed
share?
to know it?
Roll a persuasion check.
Both of us, one of us, what? Yeah.
Either one of you with advantage or both of you.
What do you want to do, Grace?
I will. You roll with advantage, and I'll give you guidance.
I bet. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, guidance shit. 16.
16. For you, my friends, my name is Batranor.
Can you spell that, please?
Yeah, B-A-T like bat. R-I-N-O-R. Batranor. You may not hear much of me. I try to keep a low profile, but I assure you, releasing me it's a good move. It's the right move.
Can I insight check
Insight.
this fucker?
Yeah, insight.
Give myself
I'm
a
not getting it.
guidance.
That's a nat one, baby.
9.
9. I mean, it's hard to read, but he seems like a nice old man. And, you know, you can at least empathize with the
Oh,
fact
sorry,
that he's
13, but
been... Yeah, that doesn't
I
matter.
don't think it makes a difference.
You can empathize with the fact that he's been stuck here for a long time.
Well, I trusted a sea serpent. This seems like an easy thing to trust.
Well then. Fine, it's all you.
Oh. Yeah. Card.
How many cards do you want to pull, Klein?
All of them. No, I'm kidding.
Am I fucking insane? Not all of them. I'm gonna roll this D4. and
But I
whatever
raise
it is,
you.
That's how many.
It'd be really funny.
You know, not all of them, but more of them than I originally intended.
Moving that D4 to a D6.
A D8, actually. Only by throwing aside reason does one truly gamble.
How many cards you pulling?
This is my favorite magic item.
Klein pulls 4 cards from the deck of many things.
Amazing. Okay.
Does a full just like flaring them out.
Are you pulling them for yourself or?
Yeah, I mean they are. Yeah, they pull for you when you pull them out. Like
Oh,
the effects happen to whoever pulls them.
Oh, I thought you had to I thought you could pull and show. To
No.
like a.
I mean, I
It's
can
a
show,
party.
but it'll still happen to me.
If somebody else was
I got
pulling it, you'd have to hold it out to them and have them pull it.
Okay, so Cryo. Do you
Okay.
have the Roll20 open?
I do.
I want you to type in /r space 1D21.
Okay.
1D21.
Oh, is it a full deck?
20.
And now do /r 1D20.
Oh, wait, full deck is 26?
10.
And now do /r
And then
1D19.
slash RD19.
Yep.
And then 18, I presume.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot the space. Bear with me. 50. Okay, so 20, 10, 4, 15.
I love that you guys are just letting him do this. This is great.
I really hope I just explode.
I mean, to be fair, the way he described it too, he said he was just like
Pull
it was
void.
not a
Pull
slow
the
movement.
void.
Klein is here for the thrill of it. So
How
this
lucky
is
are
the
you
peak
feeling?
Of the thrill of it. Like this is Klein. That line really describes it for Klein. Just only by tossing aside reason do you really gamble.
Okay, so the first card that you pull...
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have descriptions of the card, but that's fine. The first card that you pull has an image on it, and the bottom of it reads Fool.
Oh.
Ooh.
You look at it, and it fades, and you're like, huh, okay. I do milestone XP, so nothing happens, but you do get to draw another card.
Go.
Okay, so it was an XP card.
Yep.
Fool is the one where you lose like 20,000 experience, I think.
It's 10,000.
Because there's
yeah.
one where you get there's one where you get a bunch of XP and one where you lose a bunch of XP.
I don't know what's in the deck of many things other than that
wait, I
one
can
demon.
draw an additional card?
Yeah, you draw an
That
extra
one
card?
demon that follows you around.
Fuck
I think
yeah.
it's the star is the one that gives you 10,000 XP.
Hang on, guys. I gotta roll another D18. Or no,
Is the whole
D17
tarot
now.
deck
Yeah,
so the card's
D17.
gone. 3.
3, so that's the one that you roll right after.
Yep.
This card is titled Moon. Roll a D3.
Nice.
A D3.
Yeah, this is the worst fucking person to have this. Yeah, roll D3.
Uh-oh.
Let me just 1D3 here. Oh, I can do it in...
You do a roll 20 if you want.
Yeah, I'll do it in roll 20. Cause, I mean, how about I roll a D6 and we just divide it? Whatever it is.
Sure.
Or we just do... Like, 1 and 2 is 1, and 2 and 3 is...
Yeah, that'll do.
So,
I was gonna say I have a D3, I'll lend it to you, but you're
Okay.
several
Awesome.
states away.
You see this card, this picture of the moon, as it fades, you feel like if you really wanted to, whatever you wanted to happen could happen. The next card is number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Did I just get 3 wishes?
Yes, yes you did. Yes you did.
Holy
The moon is one of the best ones you can get.
The next card is Jesus.
Oh.
Damn.
I don't know what's happening out there. The next card,
next card is
titled.
Jesus.
Yes, it is. Yep, Jesus comes down.
The next card is a Toyota Corolla.
We'll edit this bit out. Don't worry.
Watch out.
Why are they so mad?
It's a car.
No,
alarm.
It's
that's
an
an alarm for
alarm.
sure.
Okay.
There we
it's
go.
done. It's done now.
The next card is titled.
The
It's
next
only
card.
going for your mic like every third like blare, so I thought.
So it sounded like somebody was just like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I really did.
So the next card is titled Gem, and you watch as the
Ooh.
card fades, and ting ding 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 ding, 25 pieces of jewelry fall at your feet. You're in a vault of it's nothing. Like that's
add
just
to the
nothing.
pile.
Hey, man,
That's the
money's
first thing
money.
Akan saw happen, so he's just gonna comment, well, that's kind of underwhelming.
The next
See, if we
one.
weren't standing right here, maybe not.
The next one is titled Comet.
Oh.
You feel that one wash over you, and nothing happens.
Got it.
Next
One last
one.
card.
How many marking
This is
cards?
where I just die, baby.
Okay.
Grace wants to pull some. Not that. Grace
Oh,
wants to
man.
pull some.
Roll d4.
No.
This card is titled Idiot.
2.
Your intelligence score is reduced by 2.
I go from an 11 to a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Could have
And
been worse.
because of that, you can draw one more card if you want.
Do I?
Cryo, only by abandoning.
Only by abandoning reason. I'm sorry that this has just turned into me playing.
This is what
gambling.
happened the last time we got a deck of many things.
Who
Yeah.
the fuck cares?
It was you last time too.
I rolled a 12. I can't not draw, man. I can't not.
This is the only correct thing to do when you get
To be
a deck
fair,
of
he
many.
became a god last time.
Oh
the
boy.
only correct option when you get a deck of many in your game. Pull them all.
This card is called Void.
Oh shit.
This
Mine's dead.
this is the description of this. This black card spells disaster.
Yo.
Your
go.
soul is drawn from your body and contained in an object in a place of the GM's choice. One or more powerful beings guard the place. While your soul is trapped this way, your body is incapacitated. A wish spell can't restore your soul, but the spell reveals the location of the object that holds it. So the rest of you watch as he pulls these
Go.
cards and then just...
Clyde!
Oh
Wolfgar
shit.
runs over to his
Does he
body.
leave the card like falls down? I immediately go
Yeah,
and
the
fight.
cards fall down, and you see one of them get plucked out of the air. And the old man flips it. It is a card called Talons, and it reads, every magic item you wear or carry disintegrates. The chair goes away. Kind of falls down on his
Clever.
ass for a second. Ow!
Jump has a moment to where it's like, you know, I guess it would make sense. The seer would know exactly what card to draw from
I knew
a deck of many things.
he was going to do this anyway. He begins stretching out and standing up.
What
Is
happened
he
to
is he alright?
What happened?
His soul was drawn from his body. It is contained in an object in a different realm.
Different realm?
Fuck
Yes.
yeah.
So
I hope you mean like that metaphorically, like a different country, right?
oh no,
We're
he
gonna go
doesn't.
to-
Oh, I don't suppose any of you have ever been to the Nine Hells, have you?
No!
I went to hell.
I'm sure you all trust each other by now. If you
What kind of-
choose to, you can go and rescue them. It's going to be quite difficult. You might want to train a bit first.
Is
Sequel bait. Sequel bait.
question?
Hmm?
Is he conscious? Is he like peering out of a jar
dead?
somewhere, or
Oh.
is he?
I imagine
is-
that they are probably... They probably have some vision outside of the gem that they are trapped in.
So that
As repayment for this, I will take you there if you choose, but you should probably get a little stronger. Or buy enough mercenaries to do it for you. You have enough money now.
hey, we can help.
Maybe, perhaps even
Add
you
him
could
into
make a
minions to
trade
help.
with the Archdevil Zariel for his soul.
The fucking
I'm looking up at Satan out of his little crystal, just being like, "This is
Well,
cool."
You know, the little lad had the other bag.
Oh,
My body's
has
still there.
His body's
has the
still
other
here.
bag. He just kind of like just pulls the bag off of him. All right, then and like he kind of like hefts Klein up and uses the bag to kind of like strap him to him.
Well, I mean,
Actually, I
his
feel like he
soul's
gets
not in the
halfway and he
body.
goes, Actually, big guy. Maybe
Well,
it'd be way easier for you.
I
Go
mean,
pick Clyde up.
if his soul's not in his body, he could probably just.
Well, he'll need a vessel to return to, I assume.
You could just put him in the bag.
Is the body breathing?
How does?
Because it's incapacitated, not
yeah,
dead.
suspended
It's-
animation?
it's-
Like does it need to be
So I assume you
dead?
still need oxygen.
Yeah, he's in a coma, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Don't do that.
Oh boy.
Well.
It's
Also,
not
I'm gonna
good.
be so real. Above the table, does anybody remember what the fuck we were supposed to do for the guy who hired us?
Get him out of the city.
Oh, we're just supposed to
We're
steal.
meeting him at the docks.
Yeah, but we're just here to steal. It wasn't like steal a specific thing. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Just get
Okay,
whatever.
cool.
We're
Great.
just here to fuck crunch shit up.
All right, cool. Money.
Yeah, he goes around and he points stuff out. He says, "So this vault has about 200,000 gold in. This is a cubic gate. I'm going to take that actually." And he bags that. This book is called A Manual of Bodily Health. Probably something that you all should read in time. This here's a ring of mind shielding, a ring of water walking. Oh, don't look at that mirror, it'll steal your soul. This is a rod of resurrection. Oh, and this scimitar is of speed. He just goes around pointing out things.
I was about to say you need
Scimitar
to
is mine.
I take the bard things, whatever they end up being.
Yeah, that's totally valid.
Yeah.
There's a cloak of invisibility or some shit. I'm taking that. Anything that helps me be more sneaky, even though I'm probably getting out of the game after this.
Does anybody want the rest of the deck of many things? He pulled most of the good ones.
No, I think I'll pass.
Death's got like a gleam in her eye right now.
It is up to you.
That was that true?
Was what true?
I don't know. You have that death wish look. I'm gonna like flip my eyes to Lith and say something.
Oh, right. We should take it. We'll pull some cards later.
What? No, that's
Absolute shit-eating grin.
Yeah, you guys both grab it and Lith goes, aren't we going to pull a good card if we pull one? And Batchnor
Pull
kind
one
of
right now?
turns. There's only one way to find out. It depends on which one you pull.
Fuck it, I'm rolling.
what?
I hear fuck it, I'm rolling.
So
Why?
what are we down to right now?
You see,
15.
kind of standing there like with his hands on his hips, like, oh,
Fuck it, we
he
ball.
just can't believe what he's witnessing.
Yeah.
Make
This
it
is a little bit. This is a little bit. Grace is a chaos gremlin, and this is her favorite magic item.
A little.
That's
A
fair.
lot. Sue me. 14.
So it only goes up to 14 now because he pulled another one as well, technically.
Oh right. So
So 1, 2,
we
3,
could
4,
keep the
5,
14.
6,
But
7, 8, 9, 10,
No, his
11.
16 was the last roll, so it's 15.
He got a.
he.
Batchnor.
Oh, you're right. He grabbed the talons. Right.
So you pull a card. Card reads skull.
Ha.
You watch as you pull a card, then you look at it, and it fades, and standing in its place, the rest of you will watch an apparition appear. This avatar of death just appears. This floating,
Raven Queen?
cloaked. No, this is something else.
Nope.
No.
This cloaked, tattered thing holding a scythe
Fucked.
appears. It holds up a shaking, bony finger towards you, Det, and it says, "We must battle. No one else can intervene."
Right. Can this wait until later, or does this absolutely have to happen now?
Roll a persuasion check.
Natural 20.
Persuading a Grim Reaper.
There's no
Wow.
shot you got a fucking natural 20
Hey,
on this.
man. Can we do this like later? Maybe I wasn't expecting this.
He kind
Death, like yeah,
you hear this
I-
like ghostly figure who doesn't have a voice box go, huh?
Listen. Fight to the death. Avatar death. Death. You don't have a name. Hi, I'm Death, by the way. You probably knew that already.
I know who you are.
Yeah, right. So, we're kind of in the middle of something right now.
He goes,
Happily willing to fight you later.
he's like, I see this. I will be back.
Your life ends 30 fucking
Later.
days from now.
Your life ends 30 minutes from now. I get the lunch break.
Realistically, there is zero way that should have worked. Zero. Only on a natural 20 would that have worked, but okay. Sure.
Please tell me you have a plan.
Oh, absolutely not.
So you're gonna die.
That's fine.
It's not that bad.
So anyway, how do we get out of here? We're kind of on a time crunch here.
How do we get out of here, Bachelor?
Right.
Well, there are two options. Either you can climb up the hole that the sea serpent left, or I can teleport you up there. I can't do it in this room. We'll have to go out a little bit.
I mean, one of those sounds way easier than the other.
Significantly.
Oh,
I had like a whole astral jump anchor system set up to get out of here.
right. Do you have Klein's bag? Jump.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was gonna give some money to the kid. I just don't know who to give it to.
oh, no, that's not why. We may or may not have promised to block a back door of some kind to a dragon as part of the get through the. Could you stop for 2 seconds? Right. We may or may not have said we needed to check for back door. That was kind of mostly Klein's doing, but he's a little bit preoccupied.
It's okay. I know where it is.
Oh.
Yeah, Batronor walks out and says, I will just be one moment, please. And he goes up to the other robed figure, the cloaked figure, who's out there, and you watch him kind of pull up their hands and start talking to them.
Oh, they're married.
Well, I was about to say, do you think they're married?
Jumps us out loud, by the way. Like, he's like, oh.
Yeah, he pays no notice. He's not like leaning or anything. He's just holding her hands there.
So how much of this room do you think we can clear out?
All of it.
Like, give me Klein's bag, I can help.
Yeah, so you guys pick up as much gold as you can. I'm gonna... How much does a bag of holding... How much can it hold?
500 pounds.
I did, yeah. It holds 500 pounds. Gold weighs 1/50th of a pound, so you can store 25,000 gold pieces in a single bag of holding. We have 3.
Wonderful. So you get 75,000 gold.
I did
Put
that
this in
math
my
while I was
actual
in a
bag.
coma.
Batronor kind of finishes talking to that figure and holds out his hand and twists it and says a few words, and there is a doorway on where one of those like prison doors are that opens, and beyond that the wall shifts over to reveal a staircase.
Klein's bag is actually going to be like 150 gold short, because it also currently contains 3 Molotov cocktails. Like,
That's fine.
so.
So
Yeah.
74,850, gotcha.
I'll put the extra 150 in my bag.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm stuffing my pockets too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grabbing as much
is
as I can.
there anything else that anyone wants to do?
Can we destroy the rest of this?
It's quite difficult to do. I'm
How
going
do we
to be
stop
honest.
Krim to getting to it?
Krem's going to get to it regardless. I don't think there's anything that we can really do about it. And that's okay. He'll get his just rewards in time. Another group will take care of him.
Well, we promised we would just try to. It works. Listen, we gave the dragon a name. It was a whole thing. I couldn't see.
Okay.
I couldn't see, and I was under duress. Leave me be. Also, Obor didn't seem like a really majestic name for a big ass dragon. So me. The accent's gone. I've lost it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Shit. No, I guess we're getting out of here.
Yeah,
Well,
I think Krem suffered. And will continue to suffer, considering the chaos we unleashed upstairs.
Turns to Ulfgar. What if you break the handle?
Ooh.
I can certainly try.
Okay,
Guidance.
let me leave the vault first.
yeah, so you all...
Nah, lock us in.
You want to close it and lock it, and then you want to try and break the handle?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Roll an attack roll for me, Ulfgar.
Hold my laddie. And you'll hand over Klein.
With glasses? Nope, with guidance.
Khan starts playing his flute. Take your 1d8.
Clyde, no.
Poor Cryo. Did it to
Nah,
himself.
man,
No.
this is great.
Listen, the last time he did this, he became a god. This is kind of just desserts.
I'm so here for fucking the sequel to this, The Search for Klein. Like,
Nah, dude, that's a hell heist.
Yeah, that's a different kind of heist. It's the second heist.
18 to hit.
Bitch, I'll play a sequel.
Did you roll your d8?
This is our Ocean's 12.
Okay. Well, you hit it. It's a very tough magical handle. So it takes you a couple of tries to get it fully gone with big hammer form. Eventually, you do manage to kind of snap the handle. It doesn't come completely off, but it kind of snaps over. And you get the sense, yeah, he's going to be able to get in there eventually, but it's going to take him a little bit of time.
Maybe enough time for him to get killed.
Beautiful.
Could be.
All right, let's get out of here. Nope. Less.
No, I'm just thinking about how hard it would be for him to get back down here if there were a couple of more obstacles in his way, but nah, it's too dangerous. Oh no.
Taking that scimitar speed.
Well, we are all ready. You wish to go onto the boat? Sorry.
Is
Captain Vorm would kill me if he heard me say that. Onto his ship.
But my friend. My friend.
Peregrine's meeting up. We can't do anything to help Klein.
not
Yet.
now.
This is
Best
true.
thing we
But,
can do is get out of here. Save our own lives so that we may possibly save him.
Especially
Peregrine's meeting
because
us down there, right?
Yeah, Peregrine's
we
meeting you
are
on the
now
ship.
people of considerable
I
means.
can't look at Cryo's camera right now.
But
We
I
can find a way to prepare.
I have a friend that I would like to get a hold of.
By all means, go. You're
In
fast.
Port
You can find
Jester?
us.
Yeah. Is that okay? And he looks over at Batranor.
It's going to be a challenge for you, but you can try.
Do you
I
want
made a
somebody to
deal.
go with you?
I think we'd all slow him down.
I can get around pretty damn quick. Especially, and he kind of holds up the scimitar speed. Well, I wish I could have tuned to this faster, but,
Well, just don't be offended if we have to leave you behind, lad.
I'll be fast enough.
You've got an hour.
Yeah.
Well, as the kids say, shoot your shot. He kind of claps his
Let's
hands
get
together,
above ground first, though.
rubs them together, and then begins pulling them apart. And you all watch as the space around you begins to ripple and tear. This large arcane circle begins spilling out and like rising and gaining from his feet. It like spirals outwards to encompass you all, and then begins rising up around you. And with an instant, you guys are disappeared, and your feet go from cold stone to cold wood. As you all Klein's body hits the floor.
Oh, I was holding him.
Whoops.
There's a large scuffle of like really intense sounds coming from all around the ship. As people run out to come and see you, you see Halfgore and Peregrine are currently on the like outside of the ship, like right where the railing is, looking out towards the bank. You guys are maybe 100 feet away, on one of the rivers that kind of like loops around it. The ship is positioned away, pointing outside of the city, and immediately a number of crew members come running out, as well as slamming the door open and walking through. You see the barrel-chested, older Goliath, Captain Esso Vaughan, with his triple-pointed hat, walk through and ducking under the doorway and then walking out. He says, "This was not the entrance I was expecting. I think you should all get underneath the deck and hide yourselves so we may leave now. Yes?"
Give us an hour?
How far is going?
We will start moving towards the docks. I don't know how much time we can shave, but if you need an hour, you must be quick and go now.
Got it. Like, I am burning every bit of movement that I have to try and get away from the ship, and then I'm digging in the bag of holding, fucking hucking a Molotov, shooting it to make a signal in the flare, and then shooting in a different direction to give Felder a sign. Meet me at the second shot.
Roll a performance check.
Let's do it. That is a 18.
18's pretty good, yeah. You go ahead and detonate 2 Molotovs in the air, and run to the second location. You get there. No one's there. How long do you wait?
Checking in 5, and then we'll go again.
Yeah, 5 minutes pass.
I know that Felder's fast.
5 minutes pass. No one shows up.
Come on. Need a bigger sign. Okay. This is going to be some bullshit flavor thing, but I'm going to see if this works. Jump is going to flick out a bullet, grab it, cast Shocking Grasp on it, and then load it back in and fire it to see if it trails off with electricity.
Yeah, awesome. Go ahead and roll. What's your spellcasting ability? Is it intelligence?
Oh god. No, it's a plus. Is it wisdom? It's inherent to me, so I don't.
All right,
I don't know
you're
what
a
it
fighter,
is.
so I think you get to choose, right?
I'm a Ganassi, and I think I choose in my. It's wisdom.
It's wisdom, so roll a wisdom check.
Okay. That is a. Shit, is that another 18? Yeah. 18 plus 1, 19.
Yeah, you see the bullet dissipate off. It's a quick-moving bullet, but it leaves a signal. Yep. How long do you wait?
Another 5.
Another 5. Yep. 5 minutes go. No one comes.
Come on. Scope to see the tower.
Yeah. What kind of location are you in right now? I should make that known.
I don't know much of the city. I'm trying to, like, pretty much every time I fire a shot, I get enough distance away to where if somebody were to look at that, look like the source, they wouldn't see me. I'd be
So you're just going from rooftop to rooftop, basically.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. As you go, you see the state that the city's in. It's rough. It appears in the couple hours that you've been gone. It's been like 3 or 4 hours, probably. Fires have appeared around town. Looting. People have turned on themselves. You see the occasional unconscious person just on the ground. Some victim of a brawl, some kind of fight. You see guards dragging people off in chains. You're being fairly quiet as you're a stealthy guy, naturally. And there aren't many guards around. They're spread real thin. But occasionally you do see one of them dragging along a fighting and protesting citizen. Towards the outside of the city, it's not quite as bad. But specifically in the inside, in the center ring and around the bank, it's mayhem. It's chaos. You jump to the next building, and you see right in the gutter in the alleyway, one gold-clad figure who's lying on the ground, spear embedded in his chest, surrounded by 4 citizens who are also lying there dead. 7 minutes go by, and you hear this. And you look over and you see Felder kind of rolling over onto the roof. It appears that their leg is busted pretty bad. And they say...
He runs over and just immediately dumps his potion of healing, or one of them.
Yeah, they say...
Into his mouth.
Cause a fucking scene or something? Damn.
I'm trying to leave.
Well, then fucking go, holy shit.
He said 50-50, and he, like, hucks him up onto his... he hucks him up off his shoulder.
Yeah, they begin to sit themselves up, and you see that the leg wound, which has exposed bone on, like, the side of the thigh, it appears that they've been slashed by something coming down. And it missed the knee, but it cut into the thigh and also the shin. They kind of let you help them up as that wound begins to heal a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't have taken it personally. It's kind of the business that we're in.
Yeah, but you're the whole reason that I'm here, and you're gonna be the whole reason I get you out.
I tell you what, that Krim fucker is nasty. Holy shit.
He fires a shot back toward the docks, and then hands the gun to Felder and says, I know you know how to use this.
Yeah, alright. They teleport away.
Yeah, and we're gonna try and get back to the boat ASAP.
Yeah, I mean, Felder's slower right now, but you catch up and you help them along. As you go, you hear them say, I think that fucker busted my pinky toe. You can't walk without a pinky toe.
I thought it was the big toe.
No, it's some balance thing. Just hobbling along. Here's what I need you to do.
Yep.
I need you to roll a dexterity check. Or we'll roll initiative with disadvantage. Because you're carrying Felder. This is a race to the boat.
Okay, that was a 15 first, and then a 13. Wait, for a total of 18 and 16, so disadvantage 16.
16 was one above the DC that you needed to make the boat. Yeah, you are running through the streets as best you can, and there are times when you see, you see the mayhem around you, and you can't really go over all the rooftops to go on your way. You have to go through the streets at parts of it, and you can see the chaos that's unfolded. There are shop buildings, windows that are broken, residential buildings that have had things thrown at them. There was the guy who was gardening earlier today that you saw him out in his front yard, and the Dominion came up and kind of gave him a hard time. You don't see him, but all of his flowers are just beheaded. They're just ruined.
No.
The flower.
Yeah.
As you go...
Basically, Yeah, Jump has basically just handed the gun to Felder because he can teleport and is pretty quick on his own.
Yeah.
So he's letting him burn the other, I believe, 3 anchors.
Sure. As you go, what's your passive perception again? 17?
Yeah.
You see one thing catch your eye off in one of the side alleyways. There's a little, like, small group of maybe 4 kids. They're just hiding in an alleyway. You see the faint glistening scales of a black dragonborn just hiding behind a trash can, peering out into the street.
He, like, kind of skids and, like, gestures to Felder to keep going. It's just, come on.
You say that to the kid?
Yeah,
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
that's fair.
Because you haven't met this person.
That's true. Persuasion. 12.
12?
Yep.
Yeah, you see the kid kind of like look panicked about and look back to his friends, and you can see that one of them is some kind of injured. You see him kind of like think for a moment and step out with a small hand crossbow that he's holding in 2 hands. He's like, "No, you go. We don't want no trouble."
Okay, just stay to the outside of the city. It's better there. And then, boom.
And you go. You get to the ship just as it's like being held there, as much as it can by your friends. Captain Vaughn wants to leave.
Yep.
You both spin the corner and make yourselves known. And the boat stops, and you have enough time to get on.
Oh, thank fuck. Introductions later. We gotta.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jump kind of like leads Felder down, and then like as he gets back, just absolutely collapses because he has burnt everything he has trying to do this. Like he's burning action surges, everything, just to like.
Yeah, suddenly Lithrain comes up with a dagger. No, you collapse on the bottom. I don't know what it's called. The inside of the ship.
The hole.
The
lower
hull.
deck.
The hull.
The lower deck. That's
The
what
hull.
it is. You collapse into the lower deck with Felder. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Ulfgar's been tending to Klein. Even though he's not there, he's, making him comfortable anyway.
Oh. Cry.
He's drooling.
Ew.
Yeah.
Det will go over to Felder and offer their healing potion.
That is mighty kind of you. Thank you.
You're kind of bleeding. Very helpful. I know. Sorry. Lith.
Yep, I'm on my way. Lith runs over. I don't know if Lith can do anything. Let me check her character sheet.
Don't know if Lith has anything. Well, depending on bard level, at least you have Song of Rest. So.
Oh,
yeah,
Lith,
Akan walks up and casts Healing Word on Felder.
Lith does the same. She does have healing word.
Amazing. Incredible.
Felder gets 9 hit points.
Yeah.
Nice.
Felder takes it and says, "Wow, you guys are really nice for a bunch of thieves. Don't touch me or I'll blow your fucking head off." And like hold up this gnarly looking arm cannon. And like when I say hold up, they kind of go, "Oh, never mind," and then put it back down.
This is the reason Krim left the bank in the first place.
Shit.
I don't fucking.
Who is
Impressive.
this?
A friend.
I assumed as much.
That's the don't pry answer. And Akan is going to turn away.
Attaboy.
You need water or anything?
No, I'm good. Is there like a private room here that I can escape to?
Ulfgar?
Not really, unless you go to the captain's quarters.
It's a
Um,
pirate ship.
you can ask the captain, but I doubt it.
It's all good. I'll find somewhere. Hey, Jump.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna roll over the end of the boat. Yeah, kind of like huffing and puffing. Felder says, "So, the guy whose sister I is on the ship, and I'm not really. I have a cannon for an arm. So if we just wanna lay as low as possible and don't reveal anything, so I don't die in my fucking sleep. At least not tonight."
Yeah.
Thank you.
And they're like, hush, excuse me. Jump like takes off his like bigger coat because his goes like all the way down the arm and everything, and he just hands it to Felder, and he's like, okay, just keep that on for a bit.
Thank you. Back up top, Ulfgar. You guys begin heading out away from the city. You can faintly hear the banging of conflict back there, shouting of people. But you're heading out towards the moonlight. Captain Vorm comes out, stands next to you on the deck and kind of puts his arm on your shoulder. So you did it then.
Yes.
And was it right?
I wish it hadn't turned out like this.
Kind of looks back to the city. It's a hard city. It's got its crime and its criminals. There are good people in there too. Eventually, they'll rebuild. And I hope that a snake like Krem is not there to see it. Maybe he won't be. And if he isn't, that'll be because of you. And if he is, that'll be because of you. Nevertheless, congratulations. You've done what literally no person has ever done before. You've robbed the impenetrable vault. Well, my boy, kind of looks back to the moon ahead of him. Where to next? We'll leave you two there as you decide on your heading. Det.
Yep.
Where are you on the ship? You can be wherever you want to be.
I think Det will stay below deck for a little bit. I hate the name I've chosen now with sentences like that. Wow. Okay. So Det will stay below deck with Felder and Jump for a little bit, just to make sure Felder doesn't fucking bleed out with what limited knowledge she has on that. And then go upstairs in case this fucking avatar of death shows up again.
Yeah. You head up. And as soon as you head up the stairs, you walk up onto deck and you are met with the large Minotaur and the wheelchair-bound tiefling over to your right, just staring out into the ocean.
Det will wave a little bit.
Yeah, Halfwell kind of turns and smiles, a big, wide smile. And Peregrine kind of looks over and beckons you over.
will go over slowly. Hi.
How do you feel?
Energized? But I think that's just the adrenaline at this point.
Yeah, probably right. What happened with Krem? Is he alive?
I don't know, actually. I think there's a good chance, unfortunately, he is. But we stole his greatest treasure out of everything in the vault. So,
And what was that?
I don't think you'd believe me if I told you. I'm not gonna lie.
I see. I suppose this is over now, then, yeah?
What? Where are you planning on going?
I don't know. I found myself cooped up in that prison I had built around myself for so long. I didn't even give the outside world a second thought. I could go anywhere. You see him, he's kind of leaning towards the railing, and he's holding like an oval shaped picture frame, and inside there is an artistic painting of his wife. Me leaving means that I owe you all this. And he reaches into his coat pocket and pulls out a handful, or just it's one letter, and an envelope. He hands it to you and says, "It's the deed to the house. It has all 6 of your names on it. It is what we agreed on payment, so..."
Oh, right. I'll let them know.
He's kind of looking out over the railing, and you can just about make out, far in the water, this shape coiling and arcing over the waves, heading north.
Okay.
Neato.
Kind of thinks for a second, and in the silence, you hear him go. And he begins lifting himself out of the chair, standing up and kind of leaning over the railing. I don't know how long I'll be able to do that for, so... And
Might as well while you can.
And not all places are going to be as accessible as I would like them to be. Kind of puts the picture away and turns to you. And for the first time you look at him, and his aged face that is covered in these wrinkles that have gathered from years of anger and hatred and sadness. You see him, he's looking at you now, and those wrinkles have curled into a new shape. His pointed face is ever so gently smiling at you, and not in a way of, I find this funny, or something has pleased me. It's in, I'm optimistic. And as he looks towards you with these newly bright eyes that reflect just the tears that he's holding back in the moonlight, he just kind of holds out his arms and embraces you for a hug.
Det will very awkwardly stand there for a second and then hug him back. Like, okay. Not sure why this is happening. Okay.
Yeah, he just kind of like stands there for a second. It's very awkward. He's not used to hugging people at all. He says, "Thank you."
I was gonna recommend a little place that you could go, and then I remembered another branch of the bank is there, so maybe it's not the best idea, actually.
Yeah, he kind of like begins unfurling himself. It's okay. We'll find a place. And then you hear this, "Oh, you guys!" And you are embraced by
alright.
large Minotaur arms as both of you are kind of like pushed up against each other. His like wrinkled smile immediately stops, and he's like, "Have go!" And starts like smacking her away. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
If anybody walks by in that moment, Det just has a "please help me" look on her face.
Yeah, you do see Lith just kind of like standing on the opposite side of the railing, just kind of leaning there. Just
Mine's
smiling.
like, "Oh, you bitch."
And he puts you back down. Okay, well, yeah, good talk.
Yep.
He just goes back to leaning over the.
Alright.
We will end with one last interaction. Akan.
Since leaving the city, he has taken off the guard armor, revealing his studded leather armor. Or no, it still looks like the noble getup.
Mm.
And this whole time, he's been just playing his flute while looking at the city. It's kind of like a Nero moment. So he's trying to play this tune, but it's very restive. He's very shaky. He just cannot
Yeah, you
hold it together.
You feel something shift towards your right, and walking up next to you is Lithrain. Do you leave people there?
Mm-hmm.
Are they capable?
I think so.
Are they
You
as
know-
capable as you?
No,
Well then,
I shouldn't think so.
you've only got a little bit of a reason to worry then.
You know, the secret at the bank to pass the hooded figure to get into the vault. You heard what I said, right?
Sure, yeah. You wanting it all for yourself.
Yeah. It's, so I've kind of been playing this whole noble thief kind of thing, helping the people he cares about, but it wasn't true. But now I'm sitting here looking at that burning city, and I think that just became true. The lie I told. And there's the kid, too. We gotta do something about that.
Yeah.
Someday.
We'll come back. We're owners of a new house, so we're gonna have to go and furnish, right?
Yeah. By the way, I heard your secret too. And Akan taps his armor and it turns back into just the ruddy leathers. You don't have to right now, but I still want to go anywhere. And he gives Lithrain this look like he's trying to be smooth, like he's done this a million times before, but this one seems a little more innocent and naive. Like he's actually invested in the reaction.
Roll a performance check.
Uh, 23.
Yeah, she kind of, she's looking at you, kind of leaning back, and her eyebrow kind of cocks for a second. Yeah, Anywhere sounds good.
Yeah. And then Akane is just going to smoothly put his arm around her shoulder.
Yeah, you kind of just like...
Yeah, it's the movie theater stretch kind of thing.
Yeah, you do that, and you kind of look over to see her reaction. She's like, kind of spins you around and then grabs you and then pulls you in for a kiss.
Awesome. Acrobatic? No. Okay.
Yeah, there's no save on this one. It's just happening. As you guys embrace under the moon, watching your city burn. The Moontide's wake is sailing off into the vast depths of the ocean, an ocean which you now know that you share with one more creature. With your vast, vast amount of new wealth, you all can't help but think as to what the future will hold. Because after all, you know where it is. It's behind the door that holds Klein's soul. And that is where we're going to end this campaign. Awesome job, you guys. Well done. That was great. We managed to fit it into our little time schedule.
Let's go!
If the demand is high enough, we will do Myth Heist Klein's soul.
I demand Myth Heist climb.
I demand.
Hell
I
Heist is
demand.
such a baller name. Come
Hell
on.
Heist.
Baller name.
Klein Soul.
Myth Heist, now we have Hell Heist.
Hell Heist Klein Soul.
Wow. I want to say, real quick, thank you to all of you for playing, for sticking with it. I know it was a shorter campaign, but I had a very, very good time doing this campaign with you guys. And you're pretty cool, as it turns out, except for Noah.
Hey, fuck!
And the second thank
Point,
you...
are you even surprised?
No, you shouldn't be surprised.
I'm not surprised, but it hurts every time.
The second
Be
thank you
nice
that
to
I have to
Noah.
say is to the viewers. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. As always, check out everyone on their respective channels. Their links will be in the description below. And let's keep making stories together. Bye everybody!
Hey.
Bye.